championships and one NCAA Division III playoff berth so far in their playing careers. Ladies and gentlemen, our seniors in numerical order. Number 0, cornerback Adam Vanderkooi from Indianapolis, Indiana, major in communications. Adam says Hope College football has created so many special memories and friendships for me. I've enjoyed learning from both coaches and teammates on and off the field. I'd also like to thank my teammates, coaches, friends, and especially my family for supporting me throughout the years. Adam is walking today with his parents, Vera and Mark Vanderkooi. Number 11, free safety Devarius Carter from Muskegon, Michigan, biochemistry and molecular biology major. Devarius says the Hope College football program has not only taught me how to be a better football player, but to be a man. I will take many things that I have learned from this program along with me for the rest of my life. From the importance of trying my best at everything I do, to getting yelled at for being on time and not 5 minutes early, Hope College football has shaped my life for the better. Devarius is walking today with his mother, Sheila Vinson, and stepdad, Daryl Vinson. Number 15, wide receiver, Ian Rampersad from Grand Rapids, Michigan, a business major. Ian says Hope College football has been a great opportunity to make lifelong friends. I've truly learned a lot from everyone in the organization and I'm honored to have been a part of Hope football. Ian is walking today with his parents, Laura and Ronald Rampersad. Number 19, linebacker Jared Evans from Grant, Michigan, an exercise science major. Jared says, through Hope football, I've had the opportunity to grow both as a player and a person, improving my work ethic, dedication, and making lasting friendships united through our brotherhood. Jared is walking today with his parents, Christy and Phil Evans. Number 24, cornerback Josh Bergsma from Grand Rapids, a business major. Josh says the Hope College football program has impacted me by establishing lifelong friendships and the importance of managing my time with football, lifting, and school. Josh is walking with Jason and Pam Bergsma. Number 26, running back Kenya Houston from Chicago, Illinois, a business major. He says, I found my home, I made my friends, brothers, and been a part of Hope College football history. I'll always remember our Madden sessions. Kenya is walking today with his mother, Rhonda Campbell, and father, Travail Houston. Number 30, our kicker, Dylan Hilger from Indian River, Michigan, mechanical engineering major. Dylan says, Hope football has shown me what it's like to be a part of a team that cares for one another and how the relationships that have been created through the team will continue for a lifetime. I have been blessed with great people and opportunities, whether through playing at Hope or internships found throughout members of the team. These memories and opportunities will be irreplaceable in the future to come. Linebacker Adam Gill, hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan, a business major. Adam says being on the football team has allowed me to see what can happen when you truly commit to something and to yourself as a team. Along the way, I've developed incredibly deep friendships from all walks of life. It's a great feeling to know that these are the guys that will have your back and will support you for the rest of your life. Adam is today walking with his parents, David and Greta Gill. Running back Dan Romano from Royal Oak, Michigan, a biomedical engineering major. Dan says being a part of Hope College football has been so much more of a blessing to me than I ever thought it would be. From the teammates that have become lifelong friends, incredible time management skills I've developed, and being part of athletic councils on campus, going on a seed trip, volunteer opportunities, and the many mentors I've gained along the way. Hope College football has been one of my best life experiences. I would not be who I am today without it. Playing football here at Hope has helped me become the man I want to be in this world. Dan is today walking with his parents, Walt and Cindy Romano. Number 38, H-back Lou Beckler from Plymouth, Michigan, a communications major. Lou says the Hope College football program has impacted me in many ways. The sense of brotherhood and loyalty we have as a team makes the program operate. I've made lifelong friends, memories, and relationships that I'll never forget. Coach Sturs has made it easy to love the game of football, and playing at Hope was a fulfilling experience that I am proud of. Lou is walking today with his parents, Tim and Julie Beckler. H-back Caleb Smith from Suttons Bay, Michigan, a poli-sci major. Caleb says Hope College football has given me a brotherhood that I'll forever cherish. I will never forget the countless hours I spent with teammates in the weight room and on the field. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Caleb is walking today with his parents, Jennifer and Brian Smith. Number 44, defensive lineman Spencer Hulst from Green Lake, history major. Spencer says Hope College football has introduced me to the people who will be my friends for a lifetime. Spencer's walking today with Tim and Susie Hulst. Number 71, offensive tackle Andrew Scholot from Traverse City, a mechanical engineering major. Andrew says playing football as Hope has taught me the importance of hard work and discipline. 4 years of practice and workouts have shown me how powerful a group of brothers will be working for the same goal as I. While playing football, I've built friendships and memories that will last a lifetime. Andrew is today with his parents, Mark and Valerie Scholot. Number 81, H-back Jacob Richardson from Okemos, Michigan. Exercise sci major and pre-physician assistant track. Jacob says Hope College football has not only given me the chance to continue playing the game I love, but it's also given me a group of lifelong friends. I appreciate the opportunity Coach Sturs has given me to be part of this team and some amazing people I've met along the way. Jacob is walking today with Dan and Melissa Richardson. Number 83, wide receiver and punter Carter Nofziger from Pandora, Ohio. Secondary ed major. Carter says over the last 5 seasons I've made friends that not only help me get through college, will be in my corner for the rest of my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to play football for the Dutchman, for it's not only made me a better player, but also shaped me to the man I want to be both on and off the field. Carter is walking today with his parents, Vance and Krista Nofziger. Number 88, H-back Chase Frente from Spring Grove, Illinois, a business major. Chase says Hope College football has given me the opportunity of sharing moments and memories with my best friends, from the 6 a.m. off-season lifts, snowy practices in the spring, 100-degree practices in August. Football at Hope has given me the bonds and friendships that I know will last a lifetime and is something I'll forever be grateful for. Chase is walking today with his parents, Daniel and Kelly Fronte. Number 89, tight end Eric Hoagland from Granville, Michigan, a business and communications major. Eric says Hope College football has taught me countless life lessons, and I am thankful for the brotherhood it has given me and all the memories I have been able to make over my years here at Hope College. Eric is walking today with his mother, Faye Hoagland, and father, Leon Hoagland. And last but not least, number 95, defensive lineman Joe Natochi from Commerce Township, Michigan, a business major. Joe says Hope College was a great way to meet lifelong friends and play the game that I love. I'll miss the shenanigans that go on in the locker room. Joe is walking with his father, John Natochi, and mother, Sharon Natochi. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those are your 2022 Hope College varsity senior players. We thank them for their efforts both on and off the field, and their families, friends, and fans for your support. Go Hope.
years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Baby, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. Celebrate good times, come on!
to meet and greet the 2022 Hope College Flying Dutchman football team, led by our head coach, Mr. Peter Stursma. And once again, we want to welcome our visitors this afternoon, the Hornets of Kalamazoo College, led by their head coach, Mr. Jamie Zorbel.
Maybach music.
Fans, at this time, we invite you to stand or please remain standing. Our flag flying proudly just over the scoreboard, the south end zone. Pleased to welcome back today, friend of the program with our national anthem, Mr. Lee Greenwood.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the hope of the brave.
Thank you, Lee, and thank you, fans.
The Hope College football team snapped a
Here's your
three-game
game-time
losing
weather
streak with a
report,
dominating
according to
performance
today's
Saturday
meteorologist,
afternoon
Coach Carol
as the
Fritt.
Flying Dutchman shut out Olivet College last week in front of a homecoming crowd of over 4,000 fans here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. The win was Hope's first of the season in the MIAA, even the Flying Dutchman's overall record at 4-4. And today, they look to continue that momentum as the battle for the wooden shoe ensues between Hope College and the visiting Flying Dutchman. Last week, the Flying Dutchman shut out an Olivet offense that entered the game as the top offense in the MIAA at nearly 504 yards a game, and the fourth best rushing attack in NC Division III at 338 yards a game. Hope held the Comets to 156 yards of total offense, including just 64 yards on the ground, in dealing Olivet its first shutout of the season. So today they look to continue, and it is Senior Day here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Hello, everybody. My name is Bob Sack. Good afternoon. Glad you've joined us today. I'll have all the play-by-play for you today. Arlen Gaddy joins us with the color analysis, and we are delighted to bring you this MIAA game between the 4-4 Hope College Flying Dutchman and the 3-5 Kalamazoo College Hornets. Arlen, what an absolutely glorious Saturday afternoon for a football game.
Yeah, it's perfect here, Bob, out in Holland, Michigan on the fresh coast, west coast, and it is an ideal day for football. The Hornets of Kalamazoo come into Ray and Sue Smith Stadium this morning to take on the Flying Dutchman. You know, you mentioned early on when we came on air that, Hope College, they stopped that 3-game slide last week's with an outstanding team performance against Olivet, shutting out the #1 offense here in the MIAA. Oh, what could have been. And so you think Coach Sturzma and his entire coaching staff, they're thinking to themselves, where has this defense been all season long? Well, they showed up last week to kind of get back to 500, to get back to the winning ways, and the hope is that we're going to get this victory today, close out the home season on a high note, and then start to look towards next week. But right now, we've got to stop the Hornets of Kalamazoo College and get to 5-4.
And Arlen, they're a team that's been reeling, frankly. They won their first 3 all non-conference games over Oberlin, Kenyon, and Defiance. Since then, have dropped 5 in a row and 0-4 in the conference. It's a young team. It's a team that comes into the game really decimated with injuries, particularly on the offensive line. And I know you like to look at the keys of the game, and certainly up front in the trenches, it will be an interesting factor today.
Yeah, it sure will. So as we were talking about before we came on air, there's a lot of underclassmen on this Kalamazoo line, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, 1 sole junior. So what the Dutchmen are going to look to do early on is take control of that offensive line, not just with the defensive linemen, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some blitz packages come in, especially showing that early, like a cover 0. Get into the quarterback's head and then pull back from it to see if he's able to handle a non-swing rush.
We'll see that develop very quickly here as Hope will kick it off. Senior Dylan Hilger has it teed up at the 35-yard line. He will kick deep to a tandem safeties. Hunter Kiesling standing on his 5, joined back there by Davarius Carter. Perfect weather today, 62 degrees. Wherever you're joining us from, we can tell you that it doesn't get much better than this here in West Michigan today. Trees on the leaves just bursting with color, and absolutely delightful day for the senior day. Throughout the afternoon, we'll share the names of the 18 seniors making their final appearance here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium for Pete Sturzma's Flying Dutchman. Hilger has it teed up. And we are ready to go. His high end-over-end kick will be grabbed at the goal line. And a terrific run back for Kalamazoo to get it going with Lucas Hannafin angling to the sidelines and cutting it back and all the way out to the 40-yard line where the Hornets will start 1st and 10. Their quarterback is a junior, Josh Nichols. He's been a good one this year. Dynamic quarterback out of Franklin, Tennessee, completing 55% of his passes, throws for about 214 yards a game. His running back off his left shoulder is John Brunette. On 1st and 10, Nichols will throw to Jonas Spates out of Forest Hill Central. He dances along the right sideline, picks up 6 yards on that quick out route. It's an up-tempo offense, Arlen. The Dutch will need to be ready. You watch the film of Kalamazoo, and you see that they're running plays within anywhere from 12 to 17 seconds after the 40-second clock begins. So it is a high-octane offense.
And you do that because you have a young offensive line, so you want to get the ball away from inside the interior line, get it out on the perimeter, let playmakers try to break a tackle and get the ball upfield.
On 2nd down, Nichols faked the jet sweep to Bubba Wilson, kept it, and barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Sets up our first 3rd and 4.
Greatest football name ever, Bubba Wilson.
We'll set you up with this Kalamazoo offensive line. It's a young one, as we said. Cody Wrigley's at left tackle. A sophomore, Travis Shemwell, freshman at left guard. Jacob Zeller, a junior at center. Joe Thornton and Alamusa Assad are freshmen on the right side. And they'll take this 3rd and 4 and move it to 3rd and 9 after the illegal substitution penalty.
Yeah, so an early miscue by the Hornets. You're breaking the huddle with 12 players, and you're always going to get that flag. And so you take a 3rd and manageable, and you change it now to a 3rd and long. And what that does, it really forces the Hornets into a passing situation into this 3rd down. We'll see how the Hope College secondary responds.
Nichols with time over the middle. He's got a man. That's Andrew Widger on that skinny post route. He takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Beat the corner on that inside route. A great pitch by Josh Nichols to Widger. And a big gainer all the way down to the 10. That's a 49-yard pitch and catch for the Hornets.
Yeah, did a great job. Caught the receiver in stride, going across the middle on the skinny post. And now inside the red zone, the Hornets are marching, and they're looking to score.
On 1st and 10, Widger has time. Fade route, corner touchdown. He finds Lance Taylor open in the left corner, and a beautiful loft by Josh Nichols, and quickly that quick strike Hornet offense is on the board.
And what an opening drive for the Hornets. You get the big return off of the ensuing kickoff. You do have the one penalty, but you're able to get the ball in space to playmakers. That's completion in the skinny post that got the Hornets into the red zone was just key. And then the back shoulder fade in the end zone for the touchdown gets the Hornets on the scoreboard just like that. Less than 2 minutes off of the game clock, and the Hornets take a 7-0 lead.
Madison Barch knocks that extra point through, and Arlen, I'll tell you that Madison Barch is a female. She is 5 for 5 now on extra points for the Hornets, and she has been Coach Jamie Zorbo's a kicker here as of late, 4 extra points and field goals. So the Hornets strike first on a electrifying 49-yard post route from Josh Nichols to Andrew Widger down to the 11-yard line, and then on the ensuing play, Nichols finds Lance Taylor in the end zone for the game's first score.
So for that Hope College defense, how do you slow this type of offense down? We've seen that Kalamazoo on the season rushing, they've only ran the ball for just over 650 yards. So they are not a heavy run offense. So you're going to have to do something here to kind of force them into more of a running game. Maybe play a cover 2. Pull your linebackers up just a little bit, or pull your linebackers back just a little bit, but we'll see.
That's the 15th touchdown pass of the season for Josh Nichols. He'll throw it nearly 30 times a game, and he is off to that pace here tonight. The kickoff by Ian Burr, driven into the end zone, and a touchback, and Hope will start 1st and 10 from the 25. Let's set up that Hope College offense. Chase Brown, the 5'10 senior, starts at the signal calling spot for the Flying Dutchman. Running back is Kenya Houston, the 5'9", 196-pound senior. Up front, it's Luke Marsh and Dylan Klim on the left side. Cole Harger's the center. Andrew Shalat and Alex Weber on the right side. Starting running back actually today is, like last week, Dan Romano. Terrific game for Romano last week in the 23-0 win over Olivet. He'll work out of the pistol. Eric Hoogland in motion as that tight end. Flag comes in before the snap.
So Daniel Romano starting in that single back set for the Dutchman. He's a bruiser. He's not going to break an 80-yard run, but man, I tell you, he comes to that line of scrimmage, hits the hole quick, gets to the second level.
He led the Hope rushing attack last week, which amassed 162 yards on the ground, 232 through the air for nearly 400 yards in total offense. But Arlen, as you said earlier, it was that defense that really inspired the outstanding win last week against Olivet. Penalty marks it off back to the 21st and 15. Brown will throw. Left flat complete. Caught there by TJ McKenzie. Good coverage on the play by Ryan Hannafin. Short gain of 5 yards gets them back to the sticks for 2nd and 10.
TJ McKenzie, the leading receiver for the Dutchman, 711 yards on the season. His long, nice 74-yard touchdown scamper, but nothing on that play. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
McKenzie and Knopfsiger, the wide receivers. Romano's got it again, finds space around the right side this time, and powers his way to the 30. Sets up a manageable 3rd and 5. Let's set that Kalamazoo defense on the edge. It's Matt Anderson, 6 foot, 219-pound junior, joined by Connor Niklicki also on the edge. Nose guard is that's the Hope defense. Check that. Kalamazoo starts Blake Kelsey on the end, along with Bryce Balabuck. We'll set the rest of that in a moment on 3rd and 5. Brown to throw, deep route down the sideline, complete to TJ McKenzie. They say he was out of bounds, and it is incomplete. Nice toss by Brown, but McKenzie just could not keep his feet in bounds. Sets up 4th down and brings on Carter Knopfsiger to kick it away.
Yeah, Chase Brown just a little bit late on that throw. If he could have got it out a little bit earlier, the receiver, TJ McKenzie, had some separation. The linebacker was catching him coming off of the line of scrimmage, and before the safety came over to provide support. There was a little window there, but Brown unable to make the throw or the catch.
Knopfsiger kicks a lining drive that'll hit the 33. Bubba Wilson feels it and fumbles it, and it is recovered by Hope. Wilson made a mistake to try to pick that ball up, and right there, Johnny on the spot to recover it was Brady Howe.
Bad decision there by Wilson. He's looking down at the ball, and instead of just focusing on the football, he looks up to see the ensuing defender and just gets leveled and is unable to recover the ball. It's 1st and 10.
And Arlen, when you're trying to pull off an upset, as Kalamazoo is today, you can't have those types of mistakes. And a costly one there for Jamie Zorbo's Hornets. 1st and 10 on the 23 for Hope College.
Exactly. You forced Hope into a 3 and out, and now you have the ball back.
Chase Brown takes a low snap, able to corral it and hand to Romano, and he is just swallowed up right there at the line of scrimmage by Jake Robertson. Let's set that Hornet defense. Jake Robertson is the active rover out of that unit. The ends are Blake Kelsey, a junior, and Bryce Balabuck, a freshman. Nose guard is Andrew Munger. Inside, the linebackers are Tommy Cardis and Carson Dinas. Peyton Fleming is nickelback. The corners are Gabe Myers and Ryan Hannafin. And on 2nd down, Brown will fire right side, complete to Knopfsiger near the sticks, just shy of the 1st down. Sets up 3rd and 1 for the Dutch.
Nice reception by Knopfsiger, gets the ball into the red zone. And now the Flying Dutchman looking at a 3rd and 2 at about the 15.
Safeties for Kalamazoo are Jackson Mitchell and Micah Groom. So the Comstock Park native, Chase Brown, surveys the Hornet defense, turns, hands to Romano. Robertson's there to meet him, but the big running back's going to plunge his way for a 1st down to the 11, and the Flying Dutchmen are in business here, 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line.
Smart running by Romano. What he doesn't do is try to bounce the ball outside and run the risk of the linebacker coming out and stuffing the play. He sees an opening in that guard tackle gap and is able to kind of sneak through and get the 1st down. 1st and 10 Hope College at the Kalamazoo 11-yard line.
Romano now offset left. Jet sweep, and Harris fumbled the handoff, and they'll actually call it incomplete, Arlen, because Chase Brown flipped it to Terrell Harris on that pseudo jet sweep, which is really a pass, and the official made the right call, incomplete pass, because it was a forward push.
And actually that works in the benefit of the Flying Dutchman, because had that been a fumble, he would have been, let's see, I think he took possession of that going all the way back to about the 18-yard line, and there were 2 Hornet defenders bearing down. So again, that what I would call a pop pass was considered incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 11. Brown out of the gun. Looks to throw, flips it underneath, complete to McKenzie. He'll try to turn the corner, couldn't do it, but is able to pick up 7 yards down to the 5. Good patience by Chase Brown on that particular play, waiting for the underneath receiver, McKenzie, to burst into the open.
Yeah, just take your time, let the play develop. McKenzie on the crossing route from the wide side of the field, comes across right in front of the linebackers, makes the reception.
Flying Dutch now send in Chase Franti to join Eric Hookland at tight end, so it's a jumbo package. Knopfsiger, McKenzie wide to the left, the wide side. Hookland in motion. Handoff is to Romano. Slips out of a tackle to 5 and then squirts into the end zone. Dan Romano, a 4-yard touchdown run. And the Flying Dutchmen are an extra point away from knotting the score here at 7 with 9:19 to go in the first quarter.
So we talk about Daniel Romano as just being this power back, but I saw a couple of jump cuts in there to find the opening and sneak through into the end zone. The Flying Dutchman on the scoreboard.
He did, Arlen. Andrew Munger, the defensive tackle for Kalamazoo, had a great shot at him about the 7, but just could not wrap him up as Romano was able to elude that tackle. Hilger drives the extra point through, and again, with 9:19 to go, 7-7. We're all tied up. The big turnover leading to that 23-yard touchdown drive after the fumbled punt.
And how important was that? Because the Hornets score on their opening drive, force the Flying Dutchman into a 3-and-out, and they're going to start their second possession right about the 25-yard line, and just a bad decision by the punt returner, and he is unable to get a handle on the football, and then the Dutch pounce on it and take over deep inside of Hornet territory, and then make them pay. That's so important. When you get the turnover and you have a chance to cash in, it's payday, and you got to, as the saying goes, everyone's got to eat.
Great to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon. Today's game brought to you in part by Lawrence Vanderswart Financial Planning, proud sponsor and anchor partner of Hope College Athletics all year long. Dylan Hilger will boot it away, again kicking deep to Hannafin and Kiesling standing at the 5. Wind is a slight breeze blowing out of the north. Tough for Dylan Hilger to reach the end zone with this kickoff. Boots it well down to the 2. Hannafin grabs it. And he is form tackled beautifully there by Jakari Kirkland, or I'm sorry, Nick Flegler at the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Hornets as they start their second possession.
Yeah, very good coverage by Hope College, unlike the first kick return when Hannafin brought that all the way back out to around the 40, 45-yard line. So the Hornets going to start in a spread formation at their own 15.
3 wideouts to the left. 1 to the right for Josh Nichols. He'll look right. Gun it right side to Jonah Spates, the Forest Hills Central sophomore. Grabs it, hit there immediately by Trevor Hansen, junior from South Christian. Spates, a big receiver, 6'2", 180. Now in at running back for Kalamazoo, as Nichols throws again to Spates on a nice little curl route, complete at the 28. He lunges forward before dropped there by Hansen again, along with Luke Palmer, the linebacker, drifting back from his inside linebacker spot.
So give Nichols credit here, the quarterback for Kalamazoo College. He's finding some gaps in this Hope College secondary, and he's just picking them apart, getting a quick release on the football, not allowing the pressure to get into the backfield.
Nichols will swing it out left side, intended for Bubba Wilson, couldn't handle it. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Connor Bell, number 42, now in the lineup at that running back slot from Detroit Catholic Central. He's a freshman. Bubba Wilson, the leading receiver for the Hornets, joined out on the outside by Hunter Kiesling, the junior from Berkeley. 2nd and 10 from the 29 for the Hornets. Bell to the left shoulder of the Franklin, Tennessee native Josh Nichols. Nichols fakes to him, tries to find Spate over the middle. He wanted a holding call on Hansen, Arlen, but didn't get it.
Yeah,
that may have thrown off the timing. A little bit of contact with Trevor Hansen there, and that affected that route.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscue there, because as the Kalamazoo receiver was coming off the line of scrimmage, I don't know if there's some holding going on there, if the two of them were kind of locked up, but no flag on the play.
How about this?
3rd and 10.
Kalamazoo has not run the football with a running back today. Nichols carried it on that 1 second down play. Every other play from scrimmage has been a pass. Likely here again. Dutchman show blitz. Here they come. Nichols running for his life. Slings it to the 40, intended for Spates. Hansen was right there, incomplete. Really good pressure that time by the Flying Dutchman. Coming in hard was Parlberg, and he made Nichols hurry his throw, and really can never get his feet set. Punting situation for Kalamazoo as Ian Burr comes in to boot it away.
So we talked about the Dutchman taking advantage of that young, inexperienced, a little undersized offensive line, and they were able to get pressure on the quarterback there, forcing him to get rid of the ball, flush out of the pocket, get rid of the ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to, and now the Hornets forced to punt.
Terrell Harris retreats to his 30. The kick by Burr off the rugby punt is shanked off the side of his foot. That's going to give Hope great field position. Pete Sturzman down there lobbing for a very favorable spot. Not quite where the coach wants it, but nonetheless, the ball will be placed inside Kalamazoo territory. So 2 consecutive special teams miscues for the Hornets have their defense backed up. Great starting position for Hope on 1st and 10.
Well, football is all about offense, defense, special teams, and so far the special teams component of Kalamazoo has really not allowed them to take advantage of that early touchdown lead.
Jace Brown has Kenya Houston to his right. In motion is Harris. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep, turns the corner, and picks up good yardage to the 44. Stopped there by Carson Dinas, another sophomore from Forest Hills Central. You know, I covered a number of these players, and I remember seeing Dinas and Spates for a very good Tim Rogers coached Forest Hills Central team over the last few years.
We talked about that early on. There's a lot of these players, you know, that you said it. We've been calling them since the time they were some sophomores, many juniors in high school across the West Michigan landscape, and here they are playing against each other in college.
Brown will throw on 2nd and 6, finds Knopfsinger along the right sideline. First down at the 33.
Nice 10 and out play there. Knopfsinger with his 3rd reception of this early contest.
Jake Robertson on the coverage. He's really all over the field. He's their one of their top defensive players, Jake Robertson. Senior from Livonia Churchill. 1st and 10. Brown play action to Houston. Finds a wide open McKenzie on the left side. First down inside of the 20. Wrapped up by Ryan Hannafin, but not before Jace Brown moves the sticks again. And it's Arlen, it's a defense that has been suspect. Kalamazoo's given up a lot of yardage and a lot of points. And right now, Hope College, they're in a groove offensively.
Yeah, so early on we saw during the first drive on that short field, Kalamazoo in man coverage. Now they've shifted to a zone, but it's allowing the Hope receivers to run off the defender, make their cut. They're wide open.
Bubble screen to McKenzie. Nice juke move on Hannafin. Able to get back to the line of scrimmage before pushed out of bounds by Tommy Cartus.
Great job there by Kenya Houston, the running back, going out making a block. You know, if a play is designed for 2 yards, a block on the perimeter will get 4. If it's designed for 4, a block on the perimeter will get 8. So good job there by Kenya Houston with the block on the outside.
This time Houston will carry big hole over the left side. Powers his way inside the 5 near the goal line. Stopped at the 1. Great blocking by the left side of that offensive line. Luke Marsh Dylan Clem just opening a huge alleyway, and Houston hit it hard for a big gainer down to the 1 yard line. First and goal to go for the Dutch.
Yeah, great job there. Luke Marsh on the left tackle, sealing a block.
And they'll reward Houston with a handoff and perhaps the touchdown. No, though, he's swallowed up by Jake Robertson and Tommy Curtis. No gain, so 2nd and 1 with 5:09 to go. Quickly, the Dutch to the line of scrimmage. Brown will give it to Houston again. This time he goes low, and again, Arlen, he's going to be just shy, down to about the 1 foot line. Robertson was there, Curtis was there again, and they submarined him so well to keep him out of the end zone.
Yeah, and they're trying to reward the young man with the touchdown. This is going to typically be Daniel Romano territory, as he would go in and muscle his way into the end zone. But this is going to be 4-down territory by Hope College.
Flying Dutch go with a jumbo package, 2 H-backs. It's Houston for the no, they'll fake it to him. Brown will keep it on the, no, check that. It was Strickland. Chance Strickland inserted into the game as in a sort of a situational quarterback change, and nice ball handling by the sophomore quarterback, and then he powered his way around the left end into the end zone for the touchdown. Hope Flying Dutchman on top, 13-7, with 4:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, smart situational football there by the Hope College coaching staff. Chance Strickland, a little bit larger, 6'2", about 226 as the quarterback, so has a little more muscle to him than Chase Brown, 10 pounds lighter, and he's able to use that frame to force his way into the end zone. Hope College up 14-7.
Well, again, today's Senior Day gives us a chance throughout the afternoon to salute the 18 seniors suiting up for their final time here at Ray and Sooth Smith Stadium. One of those is cornerback Adam Vanderkoy from Indianapolis, communication major, and his parents Vera and Mark Vanderkoy. Free safety Devarius Carter from Muskegon, a biochemistry and molecular biology major, with Sheila Vinson and stepdad Daryl Vinson, 2 of the 18 seniors. And I know you were really close to that molecular biology major when you were in college, right? I mean, you were on the cusp.
Yeah, now I'm in construction. How about that?
Ian Rampersad, a senior from Grand Rapids, with his parents Laura and Ronald Rampersad. Ian not in the lineup today, but enjoying this Senior Day on this sun-drenched Saturday afternoon here in Holland.
Rampersad having a real good senior season. That tall receiver out on the perimeter before the injury kind of sidelined him for the remainder.
So Hilger will tee it up. Hannafin and Kiesling standing at their 5. It'll be Hannafin again at the 2. Utilizes the wedge and spurts his way up the middle over the 25 to the 26 before Flegler again was there for the tackle. Nick Flegler, the freshman from DeWitt.
So some adjustments that this Hope College defensive coaching staff has made since that first touchdown drive by the Hornets. One is to get the short field. The second is to force a turnover. But on this drive, we're going to see if they right now they look like they're in really a cover 0. Both of the safeties up within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
John Burnett back in the game as the running back for Kalamazoo. He'll take the handoff, probe his way over the left side, and muscle for 2 or 3. Initially hit by Caleb Parlberg, who's been very active already.
Caleb Parlberg, the pride of Caledonia, Michigan. Good-looking freshman lineman.
Quick tempo, Nichols flushed out, rolls to the right now, lofts it into the Hope bench, incomplete. Lives to play another down here on 3rd and 7 from the 29. Key play here. The last couple series, Kalamazoo's been stopped, and they need to try to pick up a first down and give their defense a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, sure is. But they've had no success running the football. So these safeties are just playing center field back here.
Nichols will fake to Brunette. Now he's flushed out. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down and more. Sprints to the sideline to the 45. Ireland, I think he almost knew he was going to run from the moment that he took that snap. Heavy receivers to the right and a lot of space to the left. And Josh Nichols found the gap and picked up the first down. Nichols has run 70 times this year, so he's not for only 31 yards, not a active running quarterback, but there showed some good legs. On first down, Brunette's got the handoff from Nichols. Surges his way for a couple to the 47. 2nd and 2 as the clock ticks inside towards 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
Again, when your running backs aren't having any success running the ball, you have to manufacture rushing yards. And Nichols is going to be that for the Hornets until the running backs are able to move the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 8, there's the first sack of the game. Flag comes in as Nichols was dumped back at the 41.
Yeah. So it may be a face mask, but there was something right at the point of contact.
Matthew Anderson as well in on that play. Never did set out that Hope defense. The linebackers are Cole Lumen and Andrew Debris. Let's wait for referee Greg Santilli's call here.
Personal foul, face mask call against the defense.
And that'll help the Hornets' cause. They pick up 15 off that personal foul. Mark it off inside Hope territory to the 38-yard line.
And that hurts because the face mask, I don't think, was the first defender to make contact with Nichols. And when they had the Hornets on a 3-and-out, they just awarded them a first down inside the 40-yard line.
Nichols to throw again, steps up in the pocket and finds Lance Taylor outside of the numbers at the 25, right in front of Sam Cochran. Nice throw by Nichols. Taylor, a big wide receiver.
So that penalty gets new life into this Hornet offense. They have 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Taylor, 6'1", 225-pound wideout, more like a tight end. On first down, Nichols passes knocked away by Wyatt Tucker as he was looking over the middle for Bubba Wilson.
Wyatt Tucker able to keep his arms up to control the offensive lineman, not letting him get too close so he can keep his eyes in the backfield. And he's able to get that big paw up and deflect the ball.
2nd and 10, Nichols to throw. Here comes the rush again. Now he dumps it to Connor Bell underneath. Good recovery to make the tackle by Matt Anderson. Picked up 4, so sets up 3rd and 6. Anderson at the defensive end, joined on the other side by Connor Neklisky. Linebackers Cole Lumen and Andrew Debris. Brady Howe and Nick Flegler are the safeties. So big play here, 3rd and 8 from the 23.
Yeah, and for Dutchman showing blitz from the linebacker position.
Connor Bell caught that last pass. That was only his 8th catch of the year. So a seldom used receiver. And Jamie Zorbo's going to take a timeout. He knows how important this play is with 1:45 to go. So Kalamazoo, Arlen, fun offense to watch though. High tempo. They throw the ball a lot, and they're 3-5, but they haven't stopped fighting. Neither has Hope this year. But this is entertaining first quarter. A lot of offense and a lot of action.
Yeah, it is. We talked about Kalamazoo with that young, undersized offensive line, and so that quick strike attack allows to get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback, and without huddling, you don't really allow the defense to make a lot of substitutions. Who they have on the field is who they have on the field, and the quarterback is able to kind of survey that personnel and make adjustments as necessary. We don't see a whole lot of RPO or that type of play calling from Kalamazoo, but give Nichols credit. He gets rid of the ball quickly, doesn't hold on to it, and he's not a statue in the pocket. He's on the move.
Lance Taylor in the slot to the right. Watch out for him. Bubba Wilson slot to the left. Nichols looks right, now throws left to Wilson in the corner. He's got him for the touchdown. What a throw and catch. Josh Nichols to Bubba Wilson for the score. And we are a point away from being tied. Beautiful float.
So I had my eye on Bubba Wilson there from the snap, and he gets off the line of scrimmage and has to fight through the corner who came up to engage him early. And he got around the corner, got behind him, no safety support, and was able to get into the end zone and make the catch.
Madison Barge on to attempt the extra point. Out of the Nichols hold. And some movement up front. So if you just joined us, Kalamazoo scored on their first possession, a 11-yard TD pass from Josh Nichols to Lance Taylor. Hope responded with a touchdown drive. Took advantage of a short field to score again to take a 14-7 lead. And now, late here in the first quarter, the Hornets have given themselves a chance for the equalizer with this extra point on the second touchdown pass from Nichols.
Yeah, and how important was that face mask penalty to give the Hornets a first down when Hope had them on their heels ready to punt the football. And then they went into that I like the way you put it, that high-octane offense, and they just marched the ball. Once they got it inside of Hope territory, just marched the ball into the end zone and knotted up the score. We're at 14 apiece.
You look at the MIAA stats, and both on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, it's a Kalamazoo team that really is reflective of their record. They're 0-4 in the conference, and their statistical position in most of the categories are at the bottom. And yet it's a team that clearly here in the first quarter is showing a lot of potency. The problem for them will be stopping Hope, no question about it. The difference in the size on the line of scrimmage today is something you don't see very much in the college level. It is a sizable advantage for the Flying Dutchman against this Kalamazoo team. Again, a very young interior line, particularly on the offensive side, and a somewhat smaller line.
Well, the offensive scheme has worked out very well. They've been able to get the ball downfield and turn it into points. Defensively, defense is all reactionary. You got to be able to adjust to what an offense does. And so far, neither of these teams' defenses have been able to make the necessary stops. Hope has been a beneficiary of a couple of miscues by the Hornet offense, but Hornets can say the same thing based on the penalty. So we're all knotted up 14 apiece.
Hope touchdowns have been scored today by Daniel Romano and Chance Strickland. Knopfsinger on the kickoff return with a good crease up the middle, out over the 30 to the 34. Chopped down there at the 34 by Gabriel Olivier. So 1st and 10 for the Flying Dutchman at their own 34. Their offense has been stopped just one time, and when it was, the punt from Knopfsinger was muffed by the return man, Bubba Wilson, and that turnover set up Hope's first score of the game on a short 23-yard field. Their other TD drive was for 49 yards, so they have taken advantage of field position. Chase Brown looks over that 5-man front. Romano back in the game at running back, breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and then pulls his way up over the 40 to the 43. It was Lucas Gear that wrestled him to the ground, a gain of 9.
How about Romano now allowing Ryan Hannafin on the outside to make a tackle, and he's able to
open playbook here on 2nd and 1. Quick kill route complete to TJ McKenzie at the 47. He's wrapped up immediately there and dropped by Carson Dinas from that linebacker spot. First down, though, and 54 seconds to go here in the first period. Neither team, isn't it crazy out to think about how the game has changed? We haven't seen a huddle all day, and we probably will not. You don't see it at the high school level, and you rarely see it at the college level. Just the way it is.
When was the last time you saw 2 running backs in a backfield?
One of them is Daniel Romano on a single set backfield. probes his way over the right side and works his way across the midfield stripe. Another 5-yard gain. And we talked about that early on. The offensive line for the Flying Dutch really doing a good job here in the first quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 48. Last play potentially of the quarter. Brown to throw. He's got McKenzie in the left flat. Jukes Hannafin, and then finally ankle tackled by Adam Stapleton.
So one of the benefits of the 1-2 running back punch of that Hope College brings to this game, and it opens up the passing game tremendously.
We've played 15 minutes, and we are all tied 14-14. Step aside at the end of the first quarter. You're watching Hope College football.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Start the second quarter, and the score is reflective of the statistics. Both teams being able to move the football offensively here in the first quarter.
Just an action-packed first quarter.
Each team with 7 first downs. Kalamazoo with 115 yards through the air. Hope with 56, 136 to 105. Kalamazoo has the edge in total yardage. On 1st and 10, a little bootleg by Chase Brown. Slings it over the middle. He's got a man. That's Knopfsiger. Check that. That is not Knopfsiger. Not 83. In fact, it is Grant Holzer with a nice gain down to the 28. Beautiful bootleg there. Good ball fake by Brown. And he had Holzer coming across the middle. Knopfsiger wide to the right. Kareem Williams in the slot to the right. Romano is the running back. They'll fake it to him. Brown flushed out. He's got room around the right edge and ushered out of bounds at the 22.
Smart play by Brown not to throw the ball down. Everybody's covered downfield, not trying to force the ball in. He tucks it, sees an opportunity to go on to the right side, lots of real estate, and gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, takes no contact, picks up 7 yards.
Brown 7 of 9 through the air for 105. Effective first quarter for the senior. On 2nd down from the 23, Brown will roll right. Underneath route, he's got McKenzie at the 10. Tiptoes along the sidelines. Down to the 8-yard line. Call to 7. Wide open on the underneath route, Arlen.
Yeah, TJ McKenzie doing a great job of staying open, underneath. Great body control. Makes the catch.
McKenzie with his 48th catch of the year. Top receiver on the Hope team. Averaging nearly 16 yards a grab. 1st and goal for the Dutchman from the 7. Out of the pistol, Romano takes the handoff from Brown and just powers his way into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Dan Romano gives the Dutchman a 20-14 lead very early in the second quarter.
Well, the question was going to be, will the Kalamazoo defense be able to stop Hope College? And on that drive, the answer is a resounding no. They marched the ball right down the field, combination of run, pass, and then you get a big dose of Romano to get the ball into the end zone. And just like that, the Dutch are back on top.
Dan Romano with his 7th TD run of the season. He's already gained 31 yards today and a couple of touchdowns. Ilger drives the point after through. And with 13:34 to go in the second quarter, the offensive output continues. What an arsenal here by both of these teams. 21-14, Dutchman on top.
So this isn't quite the type of game that I was expecting, Bob. But here we are early in the second period, 21-14. But you have to appreciate the way both of these teams just come out ready to play.
Daniel Romano, big story today. The senior from Royal Oak Shrine. He is a biomedical mechanical engineering major, and I love his favorite place in the world, Arlen. Any place in northern Michigan. There is a pure Michigan running back in Daniel Romano. I tell you, his hard work ethic and perseverance, teamwork, determination, you see it every time he carries the football.
So stats from that first quarter, a couple that jump off the page here is the receiving. T.J. McKenzie, 6 targets, 5 receptions, 20 yards after the catch. That's big. Once you make that reception, do you make anything happen after the catch? And so far, he's been able to tack on an extra 20 yards.
Hilger takes advantage of that slight breeze blowing from north to south and boots it into the end zone for the touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Kalamazoo. Josh Nichols through the air, 7 of 12 for 67 yards. His favorite target has been Jonah Spates, who's caught 3 passes, most of them short, though. Only the long pass to Widger on the first series was the play where the Hope defense yielded the over-the-top action. Most of the passes from Nichols have been underneath. 1st and 10 from the 25. Brunette on the counter play, jab step to the left, and then tries to get to the right corner. Cole Lumen was there, maybe got a yard to the 26, 2nd and 9.
So you take a look at the line of scrimmage here and the push that the defensive front 4 get on the snap of the ball. They are getting the offensive linemen from Kalamazoo. They're taking 2-3 steps back as soon as that ball is snapped.
That's the 18th play from scrimmage for the Hornets, and only 3 of them have been handoffs to the running back. Nichols pass incomplete to Brunette on a wheel route out of the backfield.
Big 3rd down play here because Hope just came down and took the lead on that Romano touchdown run, and now that was 3 fast plays, and now we're at 3rd down, 3rd and 9 for Kalamazoo at their own 26-yard line.
Two receivers to each side for Nichols. Here comes the rush, and they get to him.
Got him.
On the blitz, it was Jackson Bush sliding in from that line, that corner spot. So a corner blitz by the Unity Christian sophomore, Jackson Bush. Check that Unity Christian junior, and he got to the quarterback at the ankles and dropped him. Good dial-up by that defensive coaching staff for the Flying Dutchman.
Josh Nichols with his eyes downfield, unable to see the rush that's coming in on a blitz, and they get home and make a stop inside the 20-yard line.
Ian Burr will kick it away, and this is going to draw a flag as he was just drilled. He was drilled by Isaiah Hicks. The return by Harris is a good one inside the 25, but it's not going to matter. There was no question that's a roughing the kicker.
Yeah, and he really nailed the punter there, and so that's going to be an automatic 1st down.
Knocked him down hard. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a roughing the kicker call against Hope. That'd be an automatic 1st down. If they call roughing it should be.
So first, another big penalty. Remember, on the 2nd touchdown drive for...
Yep, they called running into the kicker, but it's still going to be an automatic 1st down. Yeah, so the Dutchmen bail out Kalamazoo and give them a fresh set of downs.
So the drive stays alive for Josh Nichols. 1st and 10 from his 34. Bubba Wilson's in the slot to the left. Into the game at wide receiver is Deshaun Meeks. He's wide left. Connor Bell, the running back to the right, stays into block. Quick pass out to Spates. Jukes Trevor Hansen, who's been battling with him all day long, was able to get near the sticks for another first down.
And this is the type of setup that we saw in the last drive for Kalamazoo that enabled them to keep a drive alive and get into the end zone. There was a face mask penalty on that last drive, gave him a fresh set of downs, and now we have the running into the kicker.
Bunch of receivers wide left for Nichols this time against the zone coverage. Nobody open, so he's going to try to run it. Caleb Parlberg hit him first behind the line, and he loses 2 yards.
That may have been Caleb Perlberg.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be a personal foul.
And another face mask. It will
It's
go.
another face masking call against the Flying Dutchman.
Greg Santilli makes that announcement, and the third major penalty of the game against Kalamazoo.
And no question, we saw Nichols'
Against
helmet
Hope.
come flying off, and that was a result of that face mask. So now that moves the ball into Hope College territory, all the way down to, looks like the Hope 43-yard line.
It's the fourth penalty, totaling 50 yards against the Flying Dutchman. Think about that. They've got 50 yards in penalties, and their offense has mustered about 113 in total offense. So it's a way to move the chains. Take advantage of the Hankies. 1st and 10. Nichols hurries as he throws, intended for Spates. Hansen was right there. Good pressure from that Hope defensive line. Forced a hurried throw, and Hansen's doing a nice job on Jonas Spates. He gives up a pretty good amount of size, the 5'10" junior from South Christian going up against the 6'2" sophomore from Forest Hill Central. They've had a good battle out there on the boundary side all afternoon. Each of them have had their moments. 2nd and 10 now for Nichols. He'll fake to Brunette, sling it right sideline to Spate. I think he fell down on his outcut, and the ball sails out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, I think Spate, he something may have happened there. He just signaled to come off of the field. So I don't know if he twisted his ankle, but he went down hard on that. Looks like Turf Monster or something may have come up and got him, but he's off the field. And now it's going to be 3rd and 10.
So another third down. Kalamazoo 3 of 4 on third downs thus far. And they'll have 3rd and long here from the 40 with 11:09 to go in the first half.
So, partner, you made mention of those penalties, over 50 yards of penalties for the Flying Dutch, and it's not just the yellow flag, but the timing of the yellow flag, and what it's done is bailed out Kalamazoo on 3rd and longs. 2 of those have resulted in the Hope College defense having to remain on the field.
You know, and I always maintain that there's a lot of holding calls, Arlen, in the game of football in a game that, could go either way. There's a lot of grabbing and clutching that goes on, but face masks and running into the kicker, those ones are pretty obvious. So those have been the 3 key penalties: two face masks against Hope and running into the kicker that have kept these drives alive.
Particularly that running into the kicker, an uncharacteristic mental error on the part of the Flying Dutchman.
So 3rd and 10 from the 40 after the Hope timeout. Each team has spent one of their timeouts here in the first half.
We'll have all top 25 college scores, maybe dabble into the MAC conference, things of that.
3 receivers out to the left. Bubba Wilson in the slot. Lance Taylor, the near receiver. Nichols looks left, now rolls to his right. Underneath route. Oh, great interception by Cole Lumen on the pass intended for Taylor. What a great play by Lumen. He stepped in front of the receiver and made a beautiful pick on that big 3rd down play, and that's the 2nd turnover of the afternoon, victimizing the Kalamazoo Hornets.
Great coverage by Cole Lumen, and what he does is just steps right in front of the receiver, extends, really goes parallel with the ground, and is able to get the pick. And so for the 2nd time today, we have another turnover by Kalamazoo, and the Flying Dutch take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The sophomore from Stony Creek High School in Rochester gets his first interception of the season. So Chase Brown sets up shop, 1st and 10 from his own 30. Swing it out right flat to Terrell Harris. Angles into the middle, now busts his way into the secondary, and he could go all the way. Terrell Harris on a beautiful move at the second level, takes it to the house, a 70-yard touchdown pass. However, a penalty is going to negate this touchdown. It looks like a holding call is going to bring it back.
Wow.
And I think that holding, Arlen, occurred out on the perimeter.
It did, and what's so dangerous about that is when you're on the outside blocking as a receiver, you get the hands inside the shoulder pads, and if the defender just turns a little bit, an official is going to make that call because the arm will wrap around. The Hope College coaching staff is hot. That was a 70-yard touchdown, really 60 yards after the catch.
Yeah, Peter Sturzman can't believe it. He is really
That's
giving the official an earful. But that 10-yard penalty will mark it back to the 30-yard line. Spot foul. So we replay first down at the original line of scrimmage. Penalty occurred downfield at the 40-yard line. Great move by Terrell Harris, though.
Oh, yeah.
Just weaved his way through that initial wave of tacklers.
And just turned on the jets. So at this point, it's like the play never happened. 1st and 10. Hope College at the 30-yard line.
Kareem Williams in the game with the left slot. Bootleg for Brown. Looking downfield, finds Kareem Williams at the 48. Pushed out of bounds by Tommy Cartis. That's an 18-yard pickup. That bootleg's worked well. That's froze the linebacking crew for Kalamazoo, and Brown's done a terrific job going over the top of that second level.
So Kareem Williams with a great job there of getting behind the linebacker, getting open, making the catch. 1st and 10, Flying Dutchman.
3 receivers out to the left. Houston takes the handoff and probes his way around the right side, hit by Cartis, along with Jake Robertson. Picked up a couple. How about Chase Brown? 8 out of 10 here in the first half. I'm sorry, 10 out of 12. He's only missed 2 throws. 10 out of 12 for 98 yards.
So look for them to go back to Knopfsinger here on the short side of the field. Nice size mismatch.
Brown looks left, finds McKenzie, who jukes a defender along the left sideline. He's going to score. T.J. McKenzie with a great move at the 35-yard line. He put the juke on Tommy Cartis, the sophomore defensive back, cut it inside and raced to pay dirt.
Wow, made a cut like razor blade, got back inside and sprinted into the end zone. And I'm impressed with the big play that Hope has been able to showcase here this afternoon.
You know, Arlen, we talked to the advantage at the outset about Hope today having the edge up front at the line of scrimmage, and they've exhibited that. But the other area where it's really demonstrating itself, another advantage, is just the speed and athleticism. The wide receivers, Harris and McKenzie, being able to not only create space to find the open areas for Brown to throw the ball, but once they catch it,
right,
they are making those tacklers miss.
And then, just as you talk about that, you have a little Daniel Romano to keep him honest here on the inside with his hard-nosed pounding between the tackle.
T.J. McKenzie with 7 receptions today for 102 yards. He's been Chase Brown's favorite target all season long. 45 catches coming into the game. That's 5 a game. Almost 5 a game. And today he has bested that here in the first 22 minutes of the game.
So we're starting to see a little bit of separation here on the scoreboard. They were going not for not and just trading touchdowns. So for the first time today, we have a little bit of a spread. Flying Dutchman going up 28-14.
Hilger tees it up at the 35. He'll kick it deep to Kiesling and Hannafin. Touch with that overloaded left side kick defense unit. Hannafin will call for a fair catch, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 9:36 to go, 28-14. A wild one here, and he'll
So Kalamazoo starting at their own 25.
I do not see Jonas Spates back in the game. You must have called it there on that out route he ran on the last series, and it fell down. He must have tweaked something because he is not in the lineup here on this 1st and 10. Nichols fakes to Connor Bell, drills it over the middle to Lance Taylor, and Nick Flegler, who probably gives up. He gives up a good 30 or 40 pounds, just drilled Taylor. How about that?
Yeah, he
Nick
came
Flegler,
in hard.
the DeWitt freshman, fresh off a state title last year. On 1st and 10, Nichols throws again into the slot. There's Spates. He's back in the game. Good to see him return. Another 1st down, pair of 10-yard completions here for Josh Nichols.
Now Kalamazoo back with that no-huddle offense, back to the line of scrimmage.
Nichols has already thrown 19 times today. He'll give it to Bell on a delayed handoff. Nothing doing there as he is just suffocated by a host of blue shirts. The bottom of the pile was Jonah Tosi.
So dangerous on 1st down when you're unable to get anything happening because 2nd and long, I mean, that's like Death Valley here because linebackers are going to come up. They're going to sneak towards the line of scrimmage. This is the time when we typically see a blitz package come in. You're almost forced to throw the ball here, 2nd and 10.
Bell to the shoulder, the right shoulder of Nichols. Little read option there. Nichols keeps it and finds Lance Taylor.
Nichols doing a good job of eluding the defender there. He actually ducks under the blitz, keeps his eyes downfield, and is able to get the ball out to his receiver for completion. 1st and 10, Kalamazoo.
This time Nichols will drop straight to throw. Again, finds a seam and completes the pass to Spates.
One of the advantages of just this quick strike offense that Kalamazoo has, Hope appears to be kind of playing catch up. They're unable to kind of get their bearing, get the right people in on defense, and just that fast, Nichols back to the line of scrimmage, getting the snap.
Now on 2nd and 4, they swing it left side to Bubba Wilson. He eludes a tackler and then fights his way down to the 35 before he's wrestled down by Caleb Dean. Gain of 5, 3rd and 2 at the 36. I'll tell you, Aaron, I love the RPO. Josh Nichols has really got it going. You watch, he holds that ball in Connor Bell's belly as long as he can before deciding whether to leave it with Bell or flip it to one of those receivers who he's watching to see if they can find an open and a vacant area.
And it freezes the linebacker when he does that. Hopefully the receiver, the slot guy, or maybe this tight end can get behind the linebacker and get open for a reception.
Bell has a 1st down as he slants over the right side. Good blocking.
They're going to mark that short, Bob.
Boy, I thought he had it. He is just inches shy. Good blocking by Joe Thornton and Alamusa Assad. A couple of freshmen on the right side of that line. How about this for a big play? 4th and a couple inches.
And that's a smart call. If Kalamazoo wants to stay in this football game, they've got to keep moving those chains.
They really don't have a big back. Connor Bell, number 42, is the freshman from Detroit Catholic Central. See if he gets the handoff here. No, Nichols will keep it, and he is not going to get the 1st down. He stumbled as he tried to get to the edge.
That was going to be a tough play for him to come up with that 1st down. You had 2 Hope defenders out on the perimeter right in front, right between him and the 1st down marker. But he stumbles in the backfield, is unable to get his legs up under him, and the Hornets turn the ball over on downs. Hope College takes over at their own 36-yard line.
Good pursuit by Andrew Debry, the linebacker. He caused that perhaps Nichols just to turn it upfield a little quicker than he wanted. And forced the stumble. Debris, the sophomore, another DeWitt Panther in that defensive unit for Peter Sturzman's Flying Dutchman. On 1st and 10, play action to Romano, deep over the middle. Look out, he's got Kareem Williams down at the 20, diving grab. He hangs on to it. Williams again beat the defender, and Brown lofted it perfectly into his hands for the big gainer of 39 yards.
Classic Peter Sturzman. You get the ball over on downs, and then you look for the big play downfield. You've been running with Romano, bang, bang, bang on the ground, and then you go up top. Take the top off of the defensive secondary with a 62-yard reception.
1st and 10 from the 17. Brown looks to Harris, now throws short underneath to Hoogland. He battles his way, trying to elude Carson Dynas inside the 5, down to the 3. Eric Hoogland, the senior, 6'5", 263-pound tight end from Calvin Christian.
Chase Brown doing a great job of looking off the safety.
Chase Brown, how about this? 13 out of 15. In Ireland, it's not been the garden variety 13 completions. He's thrown the ball deep. He's thrown hit the intermediate routes. He's been right on target on the short passes. It's just been an impressive 194 yards through the air for the Comstock Park native.
Yeah, usually when you see those kind of statistics, you're thinking there's a whole lot of bubble screens, maybe some shuttle passes, but you're exactly right, Bob. He's getting the ball vertical. We've seen the big throws downfield. We've seen nice 10 and outs. The timing plays are on. Chase Brown, he's in the zone this afternoon.
Eric Hoogland shaken up after receiving that short pass. And I think the other thing, too, that you got to like about Chase Brown, and this was a great example of it, just working through his progressions.
Yeah.
Hoogland will be helped off the field, that left leg somewhat immobile as he caught that ball and struggled for extra yardage down to the 3-yard line. 5:32 to go. If you just joined us, it has been an offensive show today. Kalamazoo scored first to take a 7-0 lead. Hope responded with a couple of touchdowns. Kalamazoo tied it at 14 after one quarter. But here in the second quarter, Hope's offense has just been explosive. Meanwhile, their defense has stiffened and overcome the mistakes on the penalties, and they're on the cusp of powering in another score here and taking a 3-touchdown lead with 5 to play in the first half.
Yeah, one of the changes here, one of the advantages that Hope has been able to take advantage of is that they've had the 2 turnovers. They scored off of both turnovers, and now taking over on downs.
On first down, Terrell Harris will get to the pylon. Touchdown on the jet sweep. Terrell Harris. I'm not sure if that was a rush or a pass. I don't know if he flipped it to Harris,
right,
in which case it would be another touchdown pass for Brown, or it may have been a handoff. We'll see how Alan Babbitt scores it.
But again, Hope College taking advantage of these Kalamazoo miscues and get another 6 points on the scoreboard.
Dylan Hilger on to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect today. And he drives another one through. So with 5:21 to go, it's Hope 35, Kalamazoo 14.
So with that PAT, Hilger becomes the 14th Hope kicker with at least 30 PATs in a single season. The record, Sam Albretter, he had 60 2 years ago. So just again, an offensive show in the first quarter and a half of this contest.
That touchdown by Terrell Harris, in fact, is a run. So I wasn't sure whether Brown flipped it to his wide receiver, slot receiver coming around on that jet sweep, or he handed it. In fact, he did hand it off. 35-14, and it's probably one of these games where we're going to need Alan Babbitt to go into the record books here for offensive outputs, because it has been a show. Fireworks all over the field by this Hope offense. Mackenzie's been the big target. 7 catches for TJ. 1 touchdown. Dan Romano's carried 7 times. He's gained 31 yards and scored a couple touchdowns as well.
Well, it's impressive through the air and on the ground what Hope's been able to do so far.
High end over and kick will be taken by Hannafin at the 4. Angles to the outside and cut down nicely by Isaiah Hicks. Now check that Jakari Kirkland. First and 10 now from the 17 for Kalamazoo. Jamie Zorbo's got to feel good about the way his team has moved the ball, and I think that gives you confidence. The key is, how do you prevent the players, the kids, from sort of getting down when they see the scoreboard reflecting a 3-touchdown margin?
Well, plus, I mean, the Flying Dutchman have stopped with some of the mental mistakes.
Oh, Brunette tried to get to the outside, but he was chopped down on a beautiful open field tackle by Mohamed Kamara coming out from that linebacker spot. If Brunette could have avoided that tackler, he had a lot of space towards the left sideline, but in fact, it's a loss of 4 on a beautiful tackle by Kamara.
And much of the success that Kalamazoo's had has been based off of the Hope College miscues.
4-man front for the Dutchman. Nichols to throw. Here comes the rush, and he is sacked back at the 7-yard line. Good pressure across, but it was Micah McCurry that got to him, and now it's 3rd and long.
So we're starting to see the defense that showed up last week in that victory over Olivet, just dominating towards the end of this second quarter.
McCurry, another freshman. He's from Clarendon Hills, just outside of Chicago. And he records that sack. And there, Arlen, they got home. They, being Hope's front line, got home with 4. They didn't need to blitz. It was just a straight rush from that interior line. Here they come again. Nichols has time, deep over the middle, and it is incomplete. Great coverage by Trevor Hansen. The pass was intended for Hunter Kiesling. Hansen was with him stride for stride. I really like the way this cornerback from South Christian has played here in the first half.
Yeah, give credit. Trevor Hansen not getting a hand on the receiver, getting the pass interference penalty, but is able to stay stride for stride, maybe get his hand up to block the vision of the receiver. And so it's going to be 4th and 21. And yeah, Berg from punting deep in his own territory.
Terrell Harris standing at the 50. Burr sends a wobbly spiral that takes a good bounce. Harris will field it and has some room around the right side, but will get escorted out of bounds by Hannafin at the 45. And again, Hope starts inside Kalamazoo territory.
Yeah,
45-yard line.
So this Kalamazoo defense unable to have an answer for Hope College, and they're handing over a short field. So Hope takes over at the Kalamazoo 45 after that punt return. 3:40 remaining in the second quarter. And this is where Peter Sturzman has blood in the water, and he's going to probably take shots down the field here, try to get back on the scoreboard to extend this by 7 more.
Kenya Houston in at running back out of the pistol formation. Harris in motion right to left. Houston will take the handoff and burst his way up the middle. Hold closed quickly on a good defensive play by Blake Kelsey, sliding over from that defensive end spot. Picked up maybe a yard.
So an ideal setting here for Hope College's game plan. You come out, you jump into a big lead, you score in the first half, and then you just pound, hopefully, in the second half.
Hope will receive the kickoff in the second half. Brown to throw. Got a wide open McKenzie along the left sideline. Jukes a tackler and picks up another first down before Alex Pepin was able to knock him down at the 24. 8 catch of the day for T.J. McKenzie. Knopfsiger wide right, Harrison the slot right on 1st and 10 from the 24. Brown flushed out, finds a wide open Knopfsiger at the 10. He's got another first down, pushed out of bounds by Gabe Myers. Right now it's just pitch and catch for Chase Brown. He's got space with his receivers, and he is on the money with every throw.
Yeah, Chase Brown doing a great job of surveying the field, picking this Hornets secondary apart. But give us, this offensive linemen, great job of providing protection, receivers running clear routes.
Arlen, if you're a defensive coach, you don't like the fact that your 3 leading tacklers right now are all DBs. That is the case with Kalamazoo. That gives you an indication of just how much yardage Kalamazoo has yielded. Jay Strickland into the game at quarterback, and the 6'2", 225-pound sophomore for the second time today scores on a keeper around the left edge, and it's 41-14 with 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, how about this Hope College offensive unit? They get the short field starting at their own 45, just takes full advantage of it, gets the ball into the end zone. 6 touchdowns in the first half so far.
We're not done yet.
Right.
Hilger on for the extra point, boots it through. And he has been perfect today. 6 for 6 on PATs. 6 out of 7. You see the replay there. And nice fake to Romano, or rather Houston. And just like the first touchdown that the Flying Dutchman scored, Strickland kept it. Got a good block and smelled the goal line and found it. So Josh Nichols will go back to work. And, you know, the other thing, too, if you're Jamie Zorbo, you'd like to see a little more balance. You said this a while back. That Kalamazoo has not been able to muster anything on the ground. They've thrown the ball 24 times already today in the first half. And that is a recipe. I love the quote. Brett Bielema had a quote a few weeks ago, Arlen. He said, if I pass for 300 yards in a game, I've got a chance to win. If I rush for 300, I will win.
That's right.
And isn't that the case? When you have to throw for over 300 yards, that probably means you're just not controlling the line of scrimmage.
And at this point, when the score is 42-14, you talk about having a balanced offensive attack. When you come back out and you're going to be kicking off to Hope, now you got to put points on the board. So you're in a no-win situation if you're Kalamazoo.
Hilger boots it down to Hannafin. He retreats to the 3. Angled to the middle of the field. He's got a nice crease up the middle and busts it outside to the right sideline before he's finally wrestled down by Brad Rowan Blanton.
We've seen Hannafin with 2 good returns so far, out over the 40-yard line mark. One of those opened the game when Kalamazoo had their first touchdown.
So 2 minutes to go for Josh Nichols. His favorite target has been the Grand Rapids native Jonah Spates. 6 catches for Spates. He's looking for him again, but this time hits him for a 6-yard gain. That's been the typical route for Jonah Spates, sort of the possession receiver, trying to find that open vacancy in front of Trevor Hansen.
At this point, you have 2 timeouts remaining for Kalamazoo. You're trying to get some momentum going.
You like to set up a deep ball over the top after so many of these short passes. Nichols looks left, now throws back to the right, almost picked off.
Wow.
Pass intended for Spates, and stepping in front of that was Brady Howe, the senior.
Yeah, Brady Howe, he saw green and he came up hard, unable to squeeze the ball and get the pick, but breaks up the pass and forces Kalamazoo into a 3rd and 5.
Hometown safety from Holland Christian. Nichols back to throw again, flushed out. He's running for his life to the left, throws underneath to the short route. He's got a man, that's Widger, who had that big 48-yard catch in the first half. Enough for a first down along the left sidelines. I like Josh Nichols, though. I mean, he's just been under duress all afternoon. I find him to be extremely poised. Flushes out of the pocket.
Throws the ball well on the run.
Really does. From the 46 with a minute 40 to go. Nichols claps and looks left again, steps up, finds Connor Bell on a wheel route down the left side, but airmailed it just a bit. Good coverage from Andrew Debris, also the safety, Brady Howe over there.
We were talking about Nichols on the move. You know, a lot of times when a quarterback flushes out of the pocket, they have all that momentum going. They have a tendency to throw the ball high. He's done a good job of keeping the nose of the ball down and not airmail it, because typically his receiver, they're blanketed over and under, and that safety smells INT.
Nichols straight back again, finds Widger on the left side. Hansen ushers him out of bounds at the 35, 36, and that'll move the chains.
Minute 30 remaining in the half.
This has been the MO for the Hornet offense. A lot of short passes, and then once in a while Nichols will try to go deep, but it's a ball control passing game for Josh Nichols. 3 receivers to the right. He'll roll that way. Here comes the rush, and they drown him back at the 42. He is dumped. It was Otis Ackerman.
And no flag. Wow.
Marlberg was there as well, but Ackerman, the sophomore from East Grand Rapids.
And now we get a timeout taken, I believe, by the Hornets.
Kalamazoo will spend their second timeout with 1:05 to go. Second and 18 when we resume at the Hope 42.
Yeah, second and long here, very long, after that sack by Parlberg.
The problem if you're Kalamazoo, by allowing guys like Parlberg and Ackerman and Achochi, Anderson to get home, is Hope doesn't need to blitz. They're able to get to the quarterback with their front four, and that allows those linebackers to slide back to protect that underneath route, which Kalamazoo has really tried to utilize to pick up that short passing yardage.
And the corners, I mean, blanketed coverage, safety coming over for support. The linebacker, that's what's so key. When your front four are able to get penetration, get pressure onto the quarterback, then that linebacker play, like you said, partner, they're able to back up a little bit, make sure that no one gets behind them, keeps everything in front.
So second and long from the 18. John Brunette back in the game for Kalamazoo at the running back spot. He's been their leading ball carrier throughout the year. Only 2 carries today. Again, a 4-man front. Straight back is Nichols. Here comes the pressure.
Got him.
He's flushed out, drops the ball, recovers his own fumble. But it was, again, Connor Nicklicki who was able to really force him out of the pocket. And now Pete Sturzman says, hey, on 3rd and 18, we get a stop here. We may have the ball one more time.
How about Connor Nicklicki on senior day, that senior defensive end having a phenomenal time out there. We've seen him all over Nichols in that Kalamazoo backfield all during this first half. And he's just finished it out with not only the sacks, but the pressure on the quarterback, the rushes, forcing Nichols to get rid of the football, run for his life back there. And now, 3rd down, 22 to go, 52 seconds remaining in the first half. Hope College takes the timeout. And like you said, they think if they can get a stop right here, maybe force a turnover, or even if they get the ball on a punt, we've seen how quickly they're able to get the ball downfield.
That's the 6th tackle for loss by that Hope defense this afternoon. Again, we said at the top of the show, it is a young and a relatively small offensive line for Kalamazoo College. They start a sophomore at left tackle. They start a freshman at left guard, a freshman at right guard, a freshman at right tackle, all of which are under 275 pounds, which is not that big for college football. And
not these days.
They're feeling that pressure. Now the Dutch go with 3-man front. Drop 8, back to throws Nichols. Quick slant over the middle. Good coverage right there to knock it away. Was Mohamed Kamara dropping back on that intended pass for Noah Piercy. It'll be 4th and 18.
Yeah, great coverage there by Kamara. Being able to kind of stay stride for stride on that inside slant.
Ian Burr will punt to Terrell Harris, standing back at his 10. And with 47 seconds to go and one timeout left, there's still time for the Dutch to pour a little bit on here. high, lazy spiral grabbed by Harris at the 11. And he's able to elude a couple tacklers and fights his way out to the 20. That's where Hope will start 1st and 10. Mentioned some of the seniors. How about Jared Evans, linebacker from Grant? He's an exercise major. His parents are Christy and Phil Evans. Josh Bergsma is a senior cornerback out of Grand Rapids with his parents Jason and Pam Bergsma on hand today. Chase Brown brings him out again. What a first half he has had. 15 out of 17. Let's see if he goes to the air and tries to add to this 4-touchdown first half lead. Play action. He looks to throw deep down the right side to Harris. Good coverage right there, stride for stride, was Gabe Myers with Terrell Harris incomplete.
Yeah, just the aggressive play still by Hope College. Foot on the gas pedal, trying to get the ball downfield.
Well, why not? You know, you're
right.
probably going to take your foot off the gas pedal, as you said, a little bit in the second half, and the chance to test out that 2-minute drill comes right now.
There's always something to work on, regardless as to what the score is. Huh?
I haven't either.
Houston in the game at the backfield spot. Knopfsiger wide to the right. Brown looks that way, can't find him, looks to his left. Now he's flushed out of the pocket, and he'll run out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Ushered out by Adam Stapleton.
Good job there, Chase Brown. Nothing downfield. He doesn't take the sack, doesn't take the hit, protects the football, and gets out of bounds.
Good coverage by the Hornets secondary as well. They've been blistered a few times on the deep ball as well as just some of the hard cut routes. And that time they blanketed the Hope receivers well and forced this 3rd down and 6.
Now Romano in the backfield.
Straight back to throw is Brown, flushed out again. This time he's going to be dropped. A really good defensive play by Jake Robertson. We talked about him as that most active Hornet defender, and he'll end the first half with that quarterback sack for a loss of 2 yards. That'll do it. At 30 minutes in the books, and it's been a offensive fireworks show for the Hope Flying Dutchmen. They spotted Kalamazoo, the game's first touchdown, rallied for 2 straight, a 14-7 first quarter lead. Kalamazoo tied it up 14-14, and since then, in the second quarter, Hope College has erupted for 4 touchdowns, 28 points. They lead it 42-14. We'll take a break. Get you set for the second half. When we return, you're watching Hope College football.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this. I was made for this.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is Hope.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both a business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
Can you hear that sound? That's the sound of a marginalized family's future filling with hope. For $60, you can change the life trajectory of a family through the gift of a goat. When a family receives a goat through Gift of Hope, they have access to nutrition and income. Visit www.rca.org/givehope to shop gifts that share Christ's love. Give a different kind of gift this holiday season. Give a goat, give hope.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
There is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
Welcome back to Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Bob Sack alongside Arlen Gaddy for today's wooden shoe battle between Hope College and Kalamazoo College. It has been all Dutchmen today. They lead it 42-14 at the break. You're seeing some of the highlights right now. Kareem Williams with a big first half, couple of long catches. Hope trailed 7-0 after a Lance Taylor TD reception from Josh Nichols put the Hornets on top 7-0, but Hope would strike quickly after that. Dan Romano's 5-yard touchdown run, and then Chance Strickland's 1-yard plunge gave the Dutchmen a 14-7 lead. That lead evaporated quickly, though, as Kalamazoo scored on a 23-yard TD pass from Josh Nichols to Bubba Wilson. We were tied after one quarter, 14-14, and we were looking like it was going to be an absolute dynamite shootout. But for both teams here in the second quarter, that was not the case, though. Hope's defense stiffened in the second half, or the second quarter, and the Flying Dutchman offense just exploded for 4 scores in that second stanza. Dan Romano had a 7-yard touchdown run. T.J. McKenzie caught a 50-yard TD toss from Chase Brown. Terrell Harris scored on a 2-yard jet sweep, and Chance Strickland notched his second TD of the game on a 6-yard TD run, and that gave the Dutch a 42-14 lead here at halftime. Arlen Gaddy, an electrifying, not explosive, an electrifying display by Pete Stursma's Flying Dutchman in that first half.
Well, you say electrifying, I say terrific. That first quarter just scoring back and forth, until the second quarter where the Flying Dutchmen just really separated themselves from Kalamazoo College. 28 second quarter point. Some of the stats that really jump off the page here is total yardage. Hope College, 340 yards. Kalamazoo with 191. And then you break that down a little bit more and you look at what's happening on the ground. Hope with 92 rushing yards on 21 carries, 13 carries for the Hornets for a -9 yards. Kalamazoo have been able to really establish anything on the ground. We saw Nichols, their quarterback, with 111-yard scamper, but you take that and then the sack yardage, you do the math on that, and then how both of the running backs for Kalamazoo College have 1 yard apiece, that gives you negative yards. A couple of other statistics for Hope College: 5 penalties for 50 yards. 2 of those kind of bailed the Hornets out and allowed them to keep their offense on the field. One was a face mask penalty. The other was roughing the kicker. It gave the Hornets first downs and accounted for one of their scores. Third down conversions, Hope 3 for 5, but Kalamazoo 4 for 10. That's big because it lets you know that the Hope College defense stiffens as the drives move on, and it's forcing Kalamazoo into third down conversions. If Kalamazoo hopes to get back into this football game, they got to score. They got to score quickly. But first, that defense has to stiffen up and stop Hope, because the Flying Dutch received the ensuing third quarter kickoff. And from what we've seen so far today, have the Dutch even punted the football?
One time, and it resulted in that turnover on the muffed reception. Today's game brought to you by Lawrence Vanderswart Financial Planning, an anchor partner for Hope College. Hope College Athletics would like to thank all their boosters and generous sponsors for their support of athletic programs at Hope College. They thank the community partnerships who support the mission of Hope College Athletics. Ian Burr with the run-up as we start the second half. High end-over-end kick. Fumbled by Nofziger at the 8. He'll pick it up and then just gets snowed under by a host of white shirts led by Gabriel Olivier. So the Dutchmen start 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Yeah, Nofziger, you got to be careful on that. Never, ever catch a kickoff above the waist. You always let it fall into the pouch, and then you're able to secure the ball a little bit better. So on that muff, the Dutch will start 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
How about this? You catch it with your eyes too, right? Got to look it right into the hands. Catch it with your eyes.
All the way in.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 13. Chase Brown, what a first half. 15 out of 18 through the air for the senior quarterback. On 1st down, Brown will add to that total with a swing pass to Terrell Harris. A lot of room out over the 30 to the 31. Carson Dinas ushered him out of bounds along with Micah Groom, but not before. He moves the chains for an 18-yard pickup.
Give credit to Carson Dinas there, because if he hadn't made that tackle, it would have been 6.
Brown has thrown today for 266 yards. How about that first half stat? 340 in total offense.
Yeah.
Play action, Brown delivers a strike at the 43 outside the numbers to Harris again, right in front of Gabe Myers. What a great throw by Chase Brown, right on the money on a falling down catch by Harris.
And the accuracy, he was 15 of 18 for 248. Ball security, no interceptions thrown. Had the 1 touchdown pass.
Arlen, they're on pace for 700 yards in total offense today. Now, that's just a staggering number. Against a 3-man front. Hornets drop those outside backers deep. So Brown will turn and give it to Romano, who just surges his way into Kalamazoo territory down to the 41-yard line. Big hole off that left side. Great blocking up front there. Again by Luke Marsh, Dylan Clem. Chase Franti opening that alleyway. Up-tempo offense. Romano's got it again. Same play, outside zone to the right this time. Flag comes in late. This one could come back.
Yeah, pick your poison there, because Kalamazoo makes the defensive adjustment to try to slow down Chase Brown in the aerial assault, and then you go with 3 up front, and Romano makes you pay the price with the big runs. That was going to come back because of a holding call. Repeat first down.
I'll tell you, I love that outside zone read, or outside zone run. Just also demonstrates not only the size and the strength of an interior line, but also their agility. You get Alex Weber, 6'5", 313 pounds, out there blocking, hitting anything he can find.
Moving as a lead blocker.
Yeah, and along with him, Charlotte at the 6'5", 257-pound guard. It's just big bodies agilely moving to open those holes. 1st and 12. Brown will zip it out here in the left flat to Harris. Beautiful move on the Hannafin, the defensive back. Angles to the middle of the field. Robertson wraps him up there at the 36. Another example of McKenzie and Harris getting a lot of yak today, Arlen.
Yeah, McKenzie, once he gets the ball, cuts inside, is able to follow the blocking. Gets a lion's share of that yardage back. 2nd and short.
Grant Holzer back into the game as a wideout for the Dutchman. He's split outside the right hash, outside the numbers. On 2nd and 4, Brown will roll right. He finds Holzer at the 20-yard line, but the catch is going to be out of bounds, incomplete. Oh, they call it. No, they said he had the feet in. The officials confirm he did. Great catch by Grant Holzer. That's his second grab of the day.
Hope College just moving the ball down the field. Again, first possession for the Flying Dutch.
Holzer with just 1 catch coming into this game, and he's grabbed a couple today. On 1st and 10, they fake to Romano. Slings it over the middle, intended for Kareem Williams. A little deep. That might be one of the first errant tosses that Chase Brown has had today, just over the outstretched hands of Williams, who made a valiant effort.
And Chase Brown touching his chest, saying, "That was on me, brother. I led you a little too far on that."
2nd and 10 for the Dutchman. 11:39 to go. As you said, good drive. On the ground, good mix. Run and pass. They bunch Holzer and Williams to the left and sling it out to Williams. He jukes a tackler. Again, Hannafin at the 25 gets a good block and battles his way down to the 18. Also into the game at that wide receiver spot is Brad Rowan Blanton. That's the first time we have seen him on the outside as Peter Sturzma rotates a fresh crop of wideouts into this offensive arsenal. 3rd and 6 at the 18.
If Chase Brown can get that swing pass just a little bit higher to allow his running back time to just catch it in stride, he'd get a lot more yardage on that yak yardage that we talked about earlier.
Tight end to the left. Brown looks right for 3 receivers and throws over the middle. Holzer had it for a touchdown at the goal line, but just couldn't hang on. Tough catch. He was flying through the air and trying to grab that one, but good throw by Chase Brown, and that is a rare third down play that is not converted into a first down for Hope College.
Yeah, ball thrown a little bit behind, but it was catchable. He had both hands on it, just unable to secure. So now Hope.
Dylan Hilger will attempt his 14th field goal attempt of the year. He's hit 8 of them, and this one's blocked. It is blocked. Flag comes down. There might be offside. That ball really never had a chance. Low trajectory. We'll see if that penalty is on Kalamazoo. I saw some activity there in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and if that's going to be encroachment against Kalamazoo, then I think Hope may be tempted to go for it here on 4th down. That changes it from a 4th and 6 to a 4th and 1.
Sure does. So indeed, Chase Brown returns to the field, and the field goal attempt never happened. That'll set up 4th down and a yard at the 13. Dan Romano into the game. Chase Franti, the H-back, offset to Chase Brown's left. Now the tight end is Jacob Richardson now replacing the injured Hoogland. He goes in motion to the right. Romano takes the handoff. He's got a first down as he just barrels his way over the top of Bryce Balabook and falls forward to move the chain. So another key mistake for Kalamazoo. We said early in the broadcast, you cannot be a heavy underdog in a game and cough up a punt return or throw an interception or commit a penalty like that if you have any chance to pull off the upset.
Yeah, you have a heavy dose of Daniel Romano now. I mean, once he has a head of steam going north and south, he is a load to bring down.
He lines up to the right. They fake to him, guns it out, and it is bobbled by Harris and then almost intercepted. Little pinball activity or hot potato activity. Micah Groom almost was able to clean it up off the carpet, couldn't do it, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
So we talked about Chase Brown getting that swing pass up a little bit higher, and he did it right there. But unfortunately, Terrell Harris unable to get a handle on that ball and turn it upfield.
Double tight ends. Oh, check that. Strength to the right side with extra blocker. Romano goes to the right side and powers his way down to the 5. So 3rd and goal at the 5. And Arlen here, a great opportunity for perhaps a rollout with Chase Brown, give him some options.
Yeah, you have 3rd and goal from the 6.
Chase is not like Chance Strickland. He's not an active runner. But I just been impressed with his ability to make the play and make the right decision when he rolls out of the pocket.
Yeah, so here you got trips right.
Straight back to throw. Brown, a lot of time. Nobody open. Flag comes in. Should be a holding call. Brown will just throw it away at the pylon. And this one will be coming back. And it'll be 3rd and 6 or 2nd and likely 16 or 17. So if you're Kalamazoo, do you take the penalty? I assume Coach Jamie Zorba will. In fact, we will replay 2nd down.
Yeah, try to push him back a little bit, replay the down.
Good drive nonetheless. It started from their own 13.
42-14 after a 28-point unanswered second quarter. And what do we know? Jamie Zorba declined the penalty. So I checked that. That was 3rd down, so that's why he declined the penalty. It becomes 4th down, and now we'll have another field goal attempt. This one a bit shorter for Dylan Hilger. Previous attempt was going to be from 31. This one will be from 23. And this indeed should be his 14th field goal attempt of the year. He's converted on 8 so far of his 13 attempts. Snap is high, placed down cleanly, and the kick is good. So Hope strikes again to start the second half. Beautiful drive by the Dutchmen that started at their own 13. They move 86 yards down to the 6-yard line. And the drive stalls, but Dylan Hilger answers with the field goal, and it's 45-14. 9:16 to go here in the third quarter.
Let's give a bit of love there to Brad Rowan Blanton, the holder on that play, because the high snap does so much to throw off the timing of the kick. He was able to get the snap, get the hold, get the spot, and the kick was good.
Good chance to tell you to be strong and be true with the Orange and Blue Fund. Over 500 students participate in Hope's athletic program each year. Hope's student athletes and teacher coaches are passionate about using sport, academics, and service to shape their time at Hope College. Hope fans are the best in the nation. They give the Hope teams a significant advantage to their promotion and support. The Orange and Blue Fund exists to support this mission. You can join the team by making a gift to the Orange and Blue Fund. Gifts are used to enhance the student athletic experience as well as providing access to college for all Hope students. Learn more at hope.edu/athletics. Dylan Hilger has it teed up at the 35, kicks deep to Hannafin and Kiesling. Against that strong breeze, Hannafin will grab in the end zone. Good boot by Hilger. Chance to tell you more about some of the seniors today. One of them is Kenya Houston, running back from Chicago. His mother, Rhonda Campbell, and father, Trevail Houston, joining him today. The aforementioned Dylan Hilger, a mechanical engineering major from Indian River. Arlen, you know where Indian River is? Right up there by Mackinac Bridge, almost to the Straits. Adam Gill from Grand Rapids is a business major with his parents, David and Greta Gill. And, of course, Dan Romano, the senior with Walt and Cindy Romano. We mentioned him, the Royal Oak engineering major, part of the 18-member senior class tonight. Josh Nichols goes back to working on first down. The play action results in an absolute crushing from Wyatt Tucker, who busted in off that left edge and just leveled Josh Nichols back at the 20-yard line.
Wyatt Tucker with a great swim move on the outside is able to get around the tackle, gets home and makes the sack.
Second down, 15. Nichols straight back to throw, finds Spate on that little curl route at the 26, hit immediately by Flegler. And Darian Nunley got some of it back, so another big third down play. Third down conversions in the first half for Kalamazoo, 4 for 10.
Again, Kalamazoo is forced into a passing one-dimensional offense now. They're passing on every down, down by 31 points in this contest.
Luke Palmer, 31, back into the game at middle linebacker. They throw it in an area he vacated. Spates on an in route, catches it at the 36 in front of Trevor Hansen. That's a first down. His routes have all been about 10 yards. It's a 10-yard out route, it's a 10-yard in route, or it's a 10-yard curl route.
Jonas Spates does a great job of finding the open spot in the defensive secondary. He sets, turns his head, and Nichols is able to make the throw and catch.
John Brunette in at running back. He'll take the handoff and probe his way up the middle. Not much there, though. Hit initially by Natochi, and then Palmer came in to clean up. Picked up maybe a yard. Second down and 9 from the 38. Halfway through this third quarter, Hope's big second stanza has propelled them to a 45-14 lead. They scored 4 unanswered TDs in that second quarter. Second and 9, run pass option for Nichols. Finds an open Lance Taylor on a nice crossing route at the 49 in front of Lumen. Again, good RPO by Josh Nichols, and he delivered a strike to Taylor.
Yeah, Nichols real accurate with the football. Does a good job of setting his feet, making the pass. Hope College not allowing any big plays, nothing deep in the secondary.
Nichols will run an option to the left. He had Brunette as a possible pitch man, but kept it and tackled at the 48. Caleb Parlberg there to upend him. Nichols, 19 completions today out of 32 attempts. Penalty comes in. Nichols fakes left, now rolls right, finds an open Spates on intermediate route down at the 31 in front of Nunley and Flegler. So I think it's going to go against Hope. Perhaps an offside call.
Yeah. Or if there was an issue with too many men on the line. No.
Penalty is obviously declined. Jonas Spates with his 10th catch of the day. Been targeted 16 times. So 1st and 10 is Kalamazoo on the move at the 31-yard line of Hope College with 6:40 to go in the third quarter. John Brunette off the left shoulder of Josh Nichols. Straight back to throw. Here comes the rush. He'll pitch it on a quick little shovel toss to Brunette.
Yeah,
he was almost over the line, though, Arlen, when he pitched that ball. I thought he was.
Yeah, I thought he was as well, but there's no flag on the field. Unnecessary for Nichols to do that. He was staring at the backside of linebackers. They were running away from him. He could have just held on to the football and picked up yardage.
On 2nd and 10, same thing. He'll keep it up the middle as the pocket collapsed. Luke Palmer chopped him down at the 27, so another big 3rd down and 6.
And again, for this Hope defense, they got to play smart here. You have an opportunity to get off of the field.
Palmer been very active on this drive, the sophomore from Fort Wayne Homestead with his 3rd tackle on this possession for Kalamazoo. Bunch formation of receivers to the left. Nichols looks that way. Here comes the rush. Throws over the middle, intended for Taylor. Flegler, good coverage. Big size difference there, but Nick used his quickness to position himself perfectly to force that ball to be thrown just beyond the reach of Lance Taylor.
Yeah, great job by the Hope defensive front getting pressure on Nichols, forcing him to get rid of the ball quickly. Maybe a half second before he wanted to. Here, Olivet going to go for it here on 4th and 7 at the Hope College 28-yard line. They have to go for it here to get back to this football game. There's only 5:40 remaining here in the third quarter, a fast-running third quarter.
Be the 3rd time the Hornets have gone for it on 4th down. Nichols to throw, pumps once, now finds an open Spates at the 25. I don't think he got it.
No.
I think he's going to be really close, but I bet he's going to be a yard shy. Jonas Spates needed to get to the 21. I think he got to the 22.
I think they're marking him at the 22.
Another stop.
Mistake there. You got to run your route beyond the 1st down marker before you make your cut. And he ran his route maybe 3 yards too short. So the Flying Dutch going to take over on downs.
Arlen, give credit again to that interior defensive line for Hope because they forced Nichols out of the pocket. And I think what happened with Spates is he had to adjust and help his quarterback out. And as he did, he came back to the quarterback instead of staying at that yard to gain that you alluded to.
And when you see your quarterback in trouble, you're coached to run back towards the line of scrimmage. And that's what happened.
So the Hope defense holds again. 1st and 10 for Chase Brown. Gives to Kenya Houston. He'll work the right side. Not much there. Stood up on a good defensive play by Andrew Puckett in at the defensive line spot.
So you think about that drive by Kalamazoo College. They took over possession with about 9.5 minutes in the third quarter. Turned it over on downs at the 5:45 mark. So 4 minutes off the clock. Only one possession in the third quarter, and they walk away empty-handed.
Brown, for the first time today, gets pressure as Carson Dynas splits from the outside right linebacker spot. He didn't bite at all, Arlen, on that play action, that play fake to Houston, and he just roared in off that right side and drilled Brown as he delivered it, pass incomplete, out of bounds.
That was an adjustment they made at halftime because he bit on that fake during the first half, and it cost them. So that was an adjustment from the defensive coaching staff that they told Mr. Dynas to watch out for. Play disciplined.
3rd and 10. A rare 3rd and long for the Hope offense today. 3 receivers out to the left. Brown keeps Houston in as a running back, but he'll send him out for a pass on the right side. Brown rolls to the right. Good coverage. He'll throw deep down the middle. This one's up for grabs, and it is caught on a diving grab by Kareem Williams at the 35-yard line. Boy, that ball was lofted and somehow just sort of found its way amidst 3 defenders, and Williams made a diving catch as he was falling down to haul it in.
Well, it looked like it was just thrown up for grabs, and between Williams and the...
Watch the replay here. Just a perfect, really a well-thrown ball. I mean, again, 3 defenders right around, and somehow Chase Brown, as he's done all day, found the open seam.
So between Williams and the 3 defensive backs, whoever could get to that spot first was going to get the reception or interception.
From the 37, Houston hit behind the line by Dynas, who knifed through nicely to make a form tackle at the 37 for a loss of a yard.
Carson Dynas doing a great job there at linebacker for Kalamazoo.
That Forest Hill Central connection of Dynas on the defense and Spates on the offense have really been 2 of the more prominent players this afternoon for Kalamazoo College. He was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 36. Heavy formation to the wide side, the left side now. He'll fake on a handoff to Houston. Wide open over the middle is Terrell Harris. Avoids a tackle from Jackson Mitchell and spins his way down to the 25 before Balabuk came back to drop him. First down.
What a move on Jackson Mitchell. Oh, my goodness. Spun right out of that tackle. Able to pick up an extra 5 yards.
You got to get to the point here where this Kalamazoo defense has got to be a little fatigued. They've been on the field. It's not so much they've been on the field all in the first half because their offenses moved the ball, but they've been moving down the field the wrong way, and it's certainly expended a lot of energy. On 1st and 10, big hole for Houston over left guard. He was tripped up at the line by Tommy Curtis.
Well, 3 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and other than the 4 minutes that Kalamazoo's offense have been on the field, that defense has just been getting pushed back this entire 3rd quarter.
Fast-moving 3rd quarter as Pete Sturzman's offense has been able to chew up yardage on the ground and with a controlled passing game as well. Big play on this drive, though, is that long pass to Kareem Williams. Quick pitch to Houston, a lot of running room, big crease at the numbers as he drives his way down to the 8-yard line, stuck there by Dustin Noble, but not before he's able to move the chains. 1st and goal. Once again, the Flying Dutchman knocking on the door for yet another score.
Looked like that hole was going to allow him to maybe scamper into the end zone, but it closed up quickly. But through that, they're able to move the chains and get into a 1st and goal situation. 1st and goal from the 9.
Brown with Houston at the running back. Turns, hands it to him, and sliding over to drop him to the ground was the lineman Munger. Robertson there as well. Maybe a yard off that run for Kenya Houston.
So this Hope College offense, you have both McKenzie and Williams with over 100 reception, 100 yards receiving. Harris was knocking on the door with 72. And rushing, Daniel Romano leading the way, 11 attempts, 54 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns. But better than that, he was averaging over 4.5 yards per carry. And when you have a lead of 45-14 heading into the 4th quarter, and you have a running back like Daniel Romano, who's just a bruising back, able to kind of just crash through the tackles. Now, if he's averaging over 4 yards a carry, he's like your he's like a closing pitcher. He just brings it home and shuts everything down.
So obviously, Arlen, you know that this is a Kalamazoo team that's bottom of the standings. They've been hampered by injuries this year. They're a young team. But this is, nonetheless, it's still an impressive clinic-like performance today for Hope College offensively, and I think I've been impressed with the defensive side too. They've bent, but they haven't broke on the defensive side, and it's got to be a good catapult for not only next week to close the season at Trine, but really next year as well.
Agreed. And you think about the scores that Kalamazoo have been able to get on the scoreboard, much of that has been because of not because the defense hasn't held, but because of some penalties that they've made. So it's been more mental than it has been just their inability to stop the offense.
On second down, a play that worked earlier for a touchdown, that sweep to Terrell Harris is diagnosed perfectly by Carson Dinas, that he slices through the line and makes that tackle for a loss. He's had a terrific game, as we expected. That is his 6th tackle today. 5'10", 220 pounds. Third down and 13. Brown to throw. He's got an open man, Knopfsinger at the 5. He'll fight for the pylon and reaches it. Carter Knopfsinger with a touchdown as he broke the tackle out of the grasp of Jake Robertson. And another touchdown toss for Chase Brown.
Yeah, just entirely too big of a cushion out there for Knopfsinger, and he's able to run off the corner a little bit more, turns around. That's a 3-step quick turnaround reception, and he muscles his way into the end zone. And you have another good PAT, and with that, Hope.
Nice work by Chase Brown. Patient. Finds Knopfsinger, and impressive yards after catch there. We've seen that a lot today. Jake Robertson, or rather, not Jake Robertson, but in that case it was Gabe Myers, the victim of a Hope receiver finding a way to pick up more yardage after the catch. So 52-14 with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Chance to tell you more about some of the seniors. But before we do that, you look down at the sideline, Arlen Gaddy, and the wooden shoe tradition you can see there. A few of the players are sporting mustaches that are drawn on, and it is a Hope College tradition that when you play Kalamazoo and the wooden shoe is at stake, you add a little facial hair, if not naturally, artistically. How about that?
How about it? And the fact that you have to grow it within a week, that's impressive.
I'm still trying to do that. All right, 52-14. One of those seniors enjoying his final day today is a Hope College Flying Dutchman, H-back Caleb Smith from Sutton's Bay, home of the Norsemen. He's a political science major with his parents, Jennifer and Brian Smith. Another H-back is Lou Batesler from Plymouth, communication major. Tim and Julie Batesler on hand to celebrate their son's senior day today at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. Two of 18 seniors. Once again, Hiller drives it through the goal line into the end zone and be first and 10 from the 20. 52-14 after Chase Brown's second touchdown pass, that one coming to Carter Knopfsinger.
So coming into this game, we knew that the Flying Dutchmen were going to have an advantage, a size advantage on the offensive line front. We knew that speed-wise on the perimeter was going to be a tall task for Kalamazoo to keep match with those specialty athletes that Hope College has. But I'm really impressed with what Chase Brown's been able to do in the backfield.
Nichols on first and 10. He'll gun it right side, complete to an open Lucas Hannafin. Again, that short passing game has been efficient for Kalamazoo today, but when they get behind the chains, it's a tall order to pick up 12, 15 yards on a third down play. And that's been really their downfall, just unable to sustain that short passing game down the field. Connor Bell, the running back. Nichols will fake to him. Deep down the left side. Incomplete, intended for Bubba Wilson. He had a step on Jackson Bush, but the ball just overthrown.
Yeah, one of the troubles when you're down this far, the run action that Kalamazoo is trying to utilize to hold the linebackers in place has no purpose, because the likelihood that you're going to run the football is something that Hope doesn't have to worry about now.
We go to the fourth. Hope College in command, 52-14. Stay with us just around the corner. The fourth quarter, you're watching Hope College football. Bob Sack and Arlen Gaddy with you here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon in Holland, Michigan. Hope College, the site of this MIAA battle between the Flying Dutchman and the Hornets. And Hope College broke open a close game early in the second quarter. They have since scored 38 straight points and lead at 52-14. On second down, back to work goes Josh Nichols. He finds his receiver Noah Piercy open over the middle for a nice 12-yard gain and a first down.
And we've seen this offensive scheme play out well for Kalamazoo to move the ball down the field until either they get sacked or they try some run action and get that second and long. It stalls their drives.
4-2 defense for Hope College. Here's another RPO inside bubble tunnel screen to Andrew Widger. He gets some nice blocking out there from the lineman and probes his way inside the 40 to the 39. Another first down.
Well designed, well executed. Widger doing a good job of following his blocks, going behind the blocker, letting them set up, picking up a first down.
Widger's third catch of the day. Two receivers to each side. Run pass option again for Nichols. Off his back foot, fires it. Incomplete at the 27. Intended for Lucas Hannafin. Good coverage on that play by Jackson Bush. Check that Trevor Hansen over there. Nope, that wasn't Hansen. Excuse me. Hansen is on the right side. On the left side is Reams. Nichols again, back to throw. Floats it high over the route of Lance Taylor. And it'll be another third and long for Kalamazoo. Is exactly what you talked about. It's been a pattern, really, since the start of the second quarter. Hornets moving the ball, but just third and long.
Just one play to get the Hornets, off schedule, and they're unable to get back on.
Connor Bell stays in to block for Nichols. Now Nichols will roll to the right, pick up a block from Bell. Looks deep downfield for Spades. He's got him at the goal line for the touchdown. Jonas Spades snuck behind the defender, Sam Cochran, and also Gavin Reams, and was able to find the goal line, and Nichols delivered a beautiful lofted ball in stride for Jonas Spades.
Yeah, Jonas Spades doing a good job of maintaining his route. And then Nichols keeping his eyes downfield as he's flushed out of the pocket. Finds his receiver. And Kalamazoo able to get back on the scoreboard.
Madison Barch, extra point, pushed off to the right. And the score remains 52-20 with 13:55 to go. Hey, more seniors to tell you about on this senior day here today. Defensive lineman Spencer Holst from Caledonia. Parents Tim and Susie. He's a history major. Offensive tackle Andrew Shalit from Traverse City, another mechanical engineering major. Arlen, this is one smart team. A lot of mechanical engineers ready to have terrific careers, contributing to innovative products and all kinds of good things in their future. Andrew's parents are Mark and Valerie Shalit. Another H-back Jacob Richardson from Okemos. He is an exercise science major on a pre-physician assistant track. He's joined today by his parents, Dan and Melissa Richardson. Carter Knopfsinger, who scored a touchdown in the third quarter. From Pandora, Ohio, secondary education major with his parents today, Vance and Krista Knopfsinger. 52-20.
So Hope College entering the fourth quarter over 500 yards of offense for the Flying Dutchman. 382 through the air, another 120 on the ground.
So that's about 100. They've averaged about 160 yards each quarter. They've been consistent. We really haven't seen them stopped at all. It's just been a one possession after another of efficient movement down the field. Burr bounces the kickoff past the goal line through the end zone. Will be 1st and 10 for the Dutchman there. We'll see if we see Chance Strickland now as the backup quarterback.
And even for Kalamazoo, Josh Nichols, 22 for 38, 215 yards. And the attempts and the completions may not be as tight as you want them to, but he's been running for his life back there in the backfield. Done actually a pretty good job of getting the ball out to his receivers.
Jakari Kirkland in at running back. Chance Strickland is the quarterback. Try to get you these substitutions that are in this latter stage of the game. Kirkland is just leveled by Carson Dynas after a nice pickup of 4 yards. How about Dynas? 7, 8 tackles today, just been all over the field. Starting lineup on the defensive unit still intact for Kalamazoo.
Carson Dynas, just at that linebacker position, does such a great job of just what you call playing downhill, always looking for a ball carrier, always coming bearing down on a tackle.
Strickland will give it to Kirkland again. He is dragged down on a good ankle tackle at the line of scrimmage. Peyton Fleming was able to grab him. So 3rd and 3 for Chance Strickland. This is the usual situation where he would probably run that zone read, decide whether he wants to hand it to Kirkland or keep it around the edge. Kirkland now to the right shoulder. With Houston, in fact, does fake to Kirkland. And Strickland keeps it near a 1st down. Peter Sturzma getting exactly what he wants on this possession. Just a steady diet of running plays from a strong running quarterback. Chance Strickland is, in fact, of the 2 quarterbacks, certainly the runner. He's carried, coming into this game, 57 times for 230 yards. That's about 40 yards a game, averages 4 yards a carry, and has found pay dirt now 6 times this year. How about Ty Reinbrand, now the 3rd-string quarterback? Arlen, you and I watched him and covered him many games at South Christian. On 1st and 10, he's going to throw it, guns it over the middle, incomplete off the hands of Jacob Richardson, who quick little in route.
Yeah, Jacob Richardson, both hands on the ball. Could have caught that. I think Ty had a little bit of heat on that ball right there.
Reinbrand had a wonderful career at South Christian. His senior year was cruising along. That was the pandemic year, if you recall. Cruising along to just an outstanding season, and then in the playoffs broke his collarbone in a game and was sidelined the rest of the year. Came back, played Edwardsburg in a January playoff game his senior year, and had to be the most strangest year you could ever imagine for high school football.
It was the season that never ended.
Which worked out well for him,
right.
For Ty, because the injury, instead of sidelining him for the rest of the year, actually allowed him to heal up through December and into January.
Well, it actually did sideline him for the rest of the year, but not the season.
That's right. What a year that was. 11:20 to go. It's 3rd down and 8 for Ty Reinbrand. He has Jakari Kirkland to his left. 1-step drop, back to throw. He throws. Oh, he had his receiver. Brad Rowan Blanton. But Blanton heard steps. I think they're going to call a penalty on Micah Groom for that blindside hit, really,
so
right?
Either blindside hit or he hit him high, but either way, that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
And if Broom could have held up, he being Groom, that would have forced a 4th down.
I think Groom, he completed the hit. Rather than to back off of that. So we'll see what the call is here.
For the Hornets, That is only their fourth penalty, and that is only their first major. You see the replay, ball just off the fingertips of Blanton, and then he just was drilled.
So that moves the ball inside of Kalamazoo territory down to the Kalamazoo 46-yard line. 1st and 10, Hope College. Just over 11 minutes remaining in the contest here. Again, just a tremendous offensive showing for Hope College today. We're seeing Ty Reinbrandt probably third on the depth chart here at quarterback.
Of course, with Wellman being hurt, Reinbrandt moves up to that third spot. Kirkland takes the handoff, busts out of a couple of tackles inside the 40. Good hard running by Jakari Kirkland.
Yeah, Jakari Kirkland, not a big back, but wow, he does a great job of keeping the legs going.
Adam Stapleton finally was able to chop him down, but not after he picked up 8 hard-earned yards. 2nd and 2 from the 39. Reinbrandt, pretty good size, 6'3" quarterback. He'll give it to Kirkland again. Nice cut. Back up the middle of the field, deep into the secondary, down to the 13-yard line. Finally caught by Micah Groom.
Yeah,
How about that cut?
Yeah, great job there, Kirkland with the stiff arm. Was able to get through the line of scrimmage, get to the secondary, carrying tacklers inside the red zone all the way down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Flying Dutchman.
So a good drive here engineered by Ty Reinbrandt. Sophomore quarterback. He'll give it to Kirkland again. Another nice bounce out by Jakari Kirkland. Lost his footing inside the 10. Dropped at the 8. 2nd and goal at the 8. Reinbrandt's really not a runner. His forte is just a nice drop back passer.
Yeah, a nice pocket passer. Ty Reinbrandt, good size.
Jakari Kirkland, a sophomore from Northview High School in Grand Rapids. Now out of the pistol, Reinbrandt sends 2 receivers to the left, a whistle and a flag, and it's going to be illegal procedure against the Dutchman. Mark him off 5 yards. Kirkland comes out. Tiavani Knight replaces him as the running back. Knight's a junior from Muskegon Catholic. So a lot of guys getting into the football game now off this 120-man roster. Great opportunity for the seniors as well as a lot of youngsters. Give is to the aforementioned Knight, and he is chased down nicely from behind. Adam Stapleton shot off that right defensive linebacker spot. So it'll be 3rd and 13 at the 17.
Yeah, how about the stable of backs that the Flying Dutchman had? My goodness. We've seen 6 different ball carriers tonight.
It has been a balanced attack with a whole lot of weapons at the disposal of Peter Sturzman's offense this afternoon. Reinbrandt, a passing situation. Straight back to throw. His pocket collapses. He'll take it right up the middle, and he sort of lumbers inside the 10 down to the 6. Picked up about 10 on that play. That sets up a very manageable 4th and 2, and probably moves the intention of a field goal to that of going for it here on 4th down.
Well, I think that was a quarterback draw all the way. Reinbrandt doing a good job of snaking his way through the line of scrimmage, just short of the 1st down.
4th down and 3. Needs to get to the 4 for a 1st down. Jakari Kirkland back in at running back in the pistol formation. He'll take the handoff. Nice blocking on the right side. Near the goal line, he stopped short, but he does have the 1st down. Robertson was there, so was Lucas Gear, but I love the acceleration by Jakari Kirkland.
Yeah, we
hitting
saw
the hole
him
hard.
go to the right side of the line. He saw an opening and put his foot in the ground, made a sharp cut right through the line of scrimmage, and like you said, that acceleration
Ethan Kirkland and Josiah Snapper with some really yeoman's work on the right side of that line to open that hole. Brody Germain also in there at center. First and goal for Hope at the 1. Kirkland's got it again. He's bottled up in the backfield. Good ankle stop by Adam Stapleton, who's been very active on this particular possession. Got help from Blake Kelsey. Loss of 2, second and goal at the 4 with 7 minutes to play.
So we're seeing Kirkland with his 9th carry, 51 yards, averaging 6.4 yards a carry.
All on this possession. He's been the workhorse. Single setback. Here's a quick pitch to Kirkland. He's got a head of steam, tries to bounce it out the outside, but again was ankle tackled on a beautiful play by Dustin Noble at the 4. Kirkland's shaken up and no gain on the play, 3rd down and 4.
Yeah,
all right.
That's not good. So Kirkland down on the ground, training staff coming out, taking a look at the young man.
We'll take a quick break as they attend to Jakari Kirkland. You're watching Hope College football.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
Back here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium, Jakari Kirkland being attended to down on the field. He's been a workhorse on this latest possession as the Dutchmen have driven deep inside their own territory all the way down to the 4-yard line. Looks like a lower body injury for Kirkland. Chance to share with you just a few more of these 18 seniors who are so important to this program. H-back Chase Franti, we've seen him a lot today, particularly in the absence of Eric Hoogland. He's a senior from Spring Grove, Illinois, a business major, joined by his parents today, Daniel and Kelly Franti. Mentioned tight end Eric Hoogland caught a 16-yard pass in the first half and then went down with an injury and has not been back since. He is from Granville, business and communication major with mother Faye Hoogland and father Leon Hoogland as Kirkland walks gingerly off the field. And then last but not least, defensive lineman Joe Natochi from Commerce Township, business major with mom and dad John and Sharon Natochi. Congratulations to all 18 seniors, and they're being honored here today on Senior Day. So 3rd down and 4 after the injury to Kirkland. Into the game is Knight. He's the running back. He'll try to bounce it outside on the sweep and finds the end zone. Teovani Knight scores on that 3rd and 4 play, and kudos to the blocking on that right side again as they gave him just enough of a seam to sneak into the end zone. And Hope College scores their 8th touchdown of the game on a beautiful drive here in the 4th quarter.
So Teovani Knight, what I think was his first carry of the game. And how about that?
Second, yeah, carried one other time when Kirkland came out about 4 or 5 plays ago. Dylan Hilger has been perfect today, both extra points and field goals, drives it through. 59-20 is our score with 6:20 to go. Okay, you can't let me forget, partner. After the game, I promised my wife that I would stop at Bowerman's on 8th Street for blueberry donuts.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, I've been thinking about those all day, and I was sworn to make sure I fulfilled that commitment of Bowerman's blueberry donuts.
So
you ever had those?
Yeah,
Oh.
I have. But the question is, do you buy just donuts for today, or do you buy them for Sunday morning coffee as
Oh,
well?
totally. Absolutely.
That's
I mean,
right.
yeah, the day is, let's be honest. I mean, you're not a donut at 6 p.m. is always doable, but
Yeah.
there's no doubt it's the Sunday morning coffee that we're really talking about.
Well, let's just mix this up a little bit. There's always, I mean, a blueberry donut with maybe some vanilla ice cream. Now, come on, that's good dessert, Saturday night dessert food, right?
Yeah, you're extending the life of the donut beyond just breakfast to dinner, and that's debatable. It's arguable.
I think donuts have just been pigeonholed into a breakfast food, and you can really extend it beyond that.
Well, you and I clearly see this one differently, and we'll just agree to disagree. Meanwhile, I think I'll stop at the peanut store for some for some malted milk balls too. That won't be bad.
Can you tell the score is 59-20?
That's right. Dylan Hilger has it teed up for literally the 10th time today. He'll kick deep to the same tandem that's been back there all night long. They've always kicked it to Hannafin. That's been their pattern. So, and every time he's failed to get to the 20-yard line, except when he's called for a fair catch. Credit the special teams coach there for devising that strategy. They know what was going to be successful today on Hope's kickoff team, and they've done it.
Yeah, absolutely. So they had a plan coming in. They know who the danger guy is. Keep the ball away from danger. Kick the ball to safety, and so far that's played out well.
Kalamazoo will go with a new quarterback, Darren Skupin from South Lyon. He is a freshman, 6'4", 190-pound lanky pocket passer. Take the snap and roll to his left. Guns it left flat and drilled at the point of completion by Bryce Debris, the brother of Andrew Debris, the intended receiver there. Was Tyler Hool, and he paid for that one.
Yeah, what a hit by Bryce Debris, the freshman linebacker from DeWitt.
DeWitt has been an absolute juggernaut in the last few years, winning a couple state titles. Skupin will drop back to throw. The ball's loose as he fumbled it, and is recovered by Isaiah Hicks. Isaiah Hicks from Grand Rapids Catholic Central jumps on the ball, but it was that front four that just swallowed up the quarterback. Spencer Holst out there applying the pressure. And on the replay, you'll see just a collapsing pocket, and Skupin had no chance.
As soon as the quarterback gets the ball, you see that Hope College defense all over him.
And it was really Hicks who got there first, so give Isaiah Hicks a lot of credit. He was first to reach the quarterback, and the sophomore linebacker from Todd Colster's Grand Rapids Catholic Central program recovered the fumble as well. So Ty Reinbrand returns to the field. First down and goal at the 9. Knight's got it again, busts his way over the left side into the end zone. Touchdown, Hope College. Giovanni Knight scores his second TD in as many carries. And with 5:54 to go, it is 65-20.
Well, he finds the end zone easily. And this is not just an offensive show, but give credit to the defense as well, because they're the ones causing the turnovers that gets the ball back into the hands of this Flying Dutchman offense.
And again, give credit to those backup linemen in the game. They really did a terrific job opening a hole. On to attempt the extra point again is Hilger. Pounds it through. And his 9th extra point to go along with his field goal of 23 yards has given him a productive 12-point day. Hope College on top, 66-20.
Yeah, what a showing by the Hope College Flying Dutchman. Offensively here, Hope putting up over 576 yards of offense, over 77 plays, averaging over 7.4 yards per play.
Arlen, I think the stat of the game for that Hope defense, and there's a number of them, but I think the stat of the game is the rushing yards for Kalamazoo, -20.
Right.
That's what we talked about at the top of the program today, is that the offensive line for Kalamazoo is going to be tested all day long. And they've done a decent job of protecting Nichols when he drops back to throw or rolls out. But the real barometer of an offensive line is, can you get a push that will allow your running backs to pick up a few yards here and there?
Not pass blocking, but what we call assignment blocking. If you can get pads on, whether the defender's on, over, inside gap, outside gap, if you can get pads on and get the push. Kalamazoo's offensive line have not been able to do that all day. And even on the defensive side of the ball, we've seen that, Hope has rushed in this game. They've had success on the ground as well.
Hilger has it teed up. And he'll boot it into the end zone for the touchback. Kalamazoo is off next week, and then they'll close the season with Trine. So each of these two teams caps off their 2022 campaign with the same opponent, Trine. All right, let's try to get some of these players into the game for Hope College. Up front, Spencer Holst is 44, right up at South Christian. Also in there is Micah McCurry. He had a big tackle for loss earlier today. Derek Smith, number 57, a defensive line. Cornerback is Josh Bergsma, the boundary side corner. Scooping on 1st and 10.
Nice.
No gain is first to meet. The runner was Derek Smith.
Yeah, Matt Hoekstra as well, freshman linebacker.
Adam Gill, another one in there. As I think Jamie Zorbo and Peter Sturzman just try to run out the clock at this point. Here's a little swing pass complete to Brunette, who's still in the game. Jukes a tackler at the 25, and then fights his way to the 29 before sliding over to make the stop was Caden Brownell. But check that, Matt Hoekstra. 3rd down and 6 from the 29. 5 minutes to play. Of course, you always see in a game like this the visiting team with more of their starters in the game late because the traveling rosters are a lot smaller than the home rosters, so that's why we'll still rattle off some names of K College's starters. Scoopin eludes a couple of tacklers, flushed out, running for his life, finds an open receiver at the 38, but he overthrew Tyler Houle, and then the ball dropped incomplete up the 45, 4th down and 4. Ian Burr will come on to punt it away for Kalamazoo.
We talked about that earlier. Quarterbacks, when they're on the move, just that trend of throwing the ball high. And Nichols, the starting quarterback for Kalamazoo, spoke about he does a great job when he's flushed out of the pocket. How he keeps the nose of the ball downward, is able to throw well on the run.
Burr will kick to standing at his 30. And there's the best boot of the day for Ian Burr. Drives the returner all the way back. Parker Strewing to his 25 and then finds his way out over the 40 to the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 there.
Great job there by Strewing, getting away from the first wave of tacklers, picking up a decent return. Just 4.5 minutes remaining in this contest. The Flying Dutchman firmly in control, 66-20 over the Kalamazoo.
See, Ty Reinbradt's work is done for the day. After piloting his offense to a couple of TDs, Hunter Ames replaces him, and a new running back as well. Another small, quick running back, KB Hunderman, gets a carry, gain of 4. Looks very much like Kirkland and Tiavani Knight. Short, but looks very explosive.
But KB Hunderland, I remember him from Zeeland East, the Chicks.
Yeah. Freshman.
Right down the street.
Probably, he might with a helmet, might reach 5'6".
Yeah.
Also into the game at the H-back spot is Caleb Smith. Hunterman will take the handoff again. A lot of room over left tackle on that outside zone running play. He slices his way for a first down before chopped down by number 47, Yaz Abul Zaid for Kalamazoo. 1st and 10 at the 44. 3:30 to go. And another new running back checks in for the Dutchman, Cole Lindau. He'll take the handoff, grab it with both hands, and crash his way inside the 45 to the 43.
Cole Lindau, freshman out of Frankenmuth, Michigan.
Pretty good program the last few years as well. Got to the state championship a couple years ago against Grand Rapids Catholic Central. Fun to see all these. That's what I love about MIAA football. There's just a host every week, just an array of players that you've seen have success at the high school level in our state.
Right.
So much fun to watch. Lindau's got it again. Outside zone running play. Flag comes in late. He is corralled by Andrew Munger, who's played a good game from that defensive line spot. Slid over to make the tackle. Holding against Hope College. We'll move it back. Hope will move to 5-4 overall with this win today. They will improve their record to 2-3 in the conference, and certainly a game next week, Arlen. A victory over Trine really boosts them up in the standings in the MIAA, but I think also becomes a little bit. You talked about it, I think, off air before the game. Just a pride factor.
That's right. Yeah, you have to redefine what's going to be success for the season. This Flying Dutchman squad, we talked about it before. They were predicted to win the conference in football, and that's fleeting, so that's not going to happen. But it doesn't mean that you can't still find success in this season. Success from that 3-game slide that you had in the second half of this 2022 campaign to finish strong with consecutive wins.
3rd down and 19 for the quarterback, Hunter Ames. He'll turn and give to A.J. Fang, who's now in the game as running back. He finds a big hole over the left side and is upended near the first down at the 40 on a good tackle by Jalen Bowles-Swain. But a gain of 14 yards brings up 4th and a long 5, and I would imagine they'll probably go for it here. As KB Hunderman returns to the lineup. Good run by A.J. Fang.
Yeah, good job on the left side of that line, particularly by Brett Showers, a freshman offensive lineman at left tackle. Opened up a nice hole over there.
Ames will turn, give it to Hunderman. He's not going to make the first down yard to gain. Stopped at the 38, fumbled the football, and it'll turn over on downs to Kalamazoo. They want to, well, we have a minute. Thank our great crew today that did an absolutely super job producing this game. The executive producer, Steve Secor. Today's game directed by Lizzie McHugh. Camera operator on the sideline, Bryce Robinson. Game camera operator, Trent Curtis. Katarina Landon handling the replay. Ian Fredrickson also on the camera, the Hero camera. And Phil Blau, our director of video services and overall executive director of the video process. Thanks to great job by the crew, and of course Alan Babbitt, sports information director here at Hope College. John Brunette carries on 1st and 10 as we hit the final minute of this game that has been a senior day like you can only script in your dreams.
Yeah.
66-20, just a beautiful afternoon for Hope and its 18 senior families and the whole program today. And Arlen, I think I've lost track of all the substitutions and players who are in the game. So forgive us as the pass falls incomplete, intended for Devin Yankee.
But as you were saying, Bob, just a great senior day here for these young men as they finish out their football careers here at Hope College. And Their last time here at Ray and Sue Smith Stadium. And how about this victory? I mean, just an offensive performance, 66 points on the scoreboard.
Third down and 8 for Darren Skupin. He has been consistently pressured. He'll give it to Connor Bell. Tries to sweep around the left side. The play's strung out. Bell's finally ridden out of bounds. Good pursuit by Ryan Howe, the free safety, coming over for run support. Sets up 4th down and 4, and that will stop the clock as he goes out of bounds. And at cornerback on the right side is Luke Stewart. Inside linebacker is 49, Colton Screw, another South Christian graduate. Peter Sturzman's got that pipeline going with Danny Brown's Sailors. 4th and 4, Skupin rolls to the right. Finds an open receiver near the first down marker. That's complete to Hannafin. Flag comes in as the clock winds to 0. And I think that's going to hopefully mercifully do it here for this one today. 66-20, the final score. An impressive performance for the Hope College Flying Dutchman. We'll take a quick break and come back and wrap this one up with a full slate of statistics and a few closing comments. You're watching Hope College football.
My name is Evan Thomas. I'm a rising senior at Hope College. I'm a biology major and a chemistry minor on the pre-med track, and I play basketball here. Hope's really defined my goals and defined the path I want to set for myself. Coach Mitchell has been a big catalyst in my growth here at Hope, as well as many professors, specifically my lab professor, Dr. Calvo. I hope to use what I've learned here at Hope to continue my research in medical school. Through medicine, I hope I can erase healthcare disparities.
I'm Ryan Vanderswart. As an invested community partner, LBZ is proud to help share Hope College's stories of transformational impact.
On a beautiful, spectacular afternoon here, senior day, the Wooden Shoes remain with Hope College. They win it today 66-20. T.J. McKenzie, what a first half he had today. You see one of his touchdowns, a few outstanding plays from McKenzie in the first half that really propelled Hope College to that 28-point outburst in the second quarter. And that broke open a close game, which after the first quarter was tied at 14. At halftime, it was 42-14, thanks to that big second stanza for the Flying Dutchman. Chance Strickland with a couple of touchdown runs in the first half helped the Dutchman as well. But I think defensively, as you see some of the plays being made by the Hope College defense were impressive as well. Kareem Williams with a big day, the wide receiver number 2 with a couple of long catches, and of course impressive numbers from Chase Brown all afternoon today, leading that offense to 66 points. Arlen Gaddy, just a big-time offensive show by Hope today.
And let's start with Chase Brown. You know, he went 23 of 31, just over 74% of completions for 382 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. On the receiving end, he had 2 receivers go for over 100 yards, McKenzie and Williams, with Harris not too far behind at 72 yards. On the ground, Kirkland, 53 yards on 9 carries. Daniel Romano, 53 yards on 11. This was just an offensive show by Hope College. No turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles, and just a great show on both sides of the football.
Yeah, and we talk about the offensive outburst, and you can't forget the offensive line. Guys like Luke Marsh and Dylan Clem and Harger and Charlotte up front. Alex Weber just did a great job opening the holes all day long for the runners and giving Chase Brown a lot of time.
Yeah, Luke Marsh, I mean, as a junior last year, he's all conference, and you saw why today. He's following it up on a senior campaign here on senior day, doing a great job not allowing any sacks on his side of the football. So great job there.
And how about the defensive side? I thought it was an outstanding scheme. I thought their defensive effort today just to allow the dink and dunks from Josh Nichols, and except for the Spates touchdown late in the game, which was really a non-essential touchdown, and then the long pass to Widger in the first quarter, I thought Hope kept everything in front of them defensively so well. And they did it because they got great pressure with the front four.
That's right. Early on in this football game, we saw how Kalamazoo, their game plan was to go fast, not allow the Flying Dutchmen to do a lot of substitutions, keep them on their heels a little bit. But what does Hope do? The bend but not break. They knew that, like you said earlier, the dink and dunk, keep everything in front of you, and if you can get Kalamazoo behind the chains, get them off schedule, that then you have a chance to start pinning your ears back, coming after Nichols, and that's exactly what they did. The defense showed up today.
Flying Dutchmen break open a close game with 28 points in the second quarter, lead 42-14 at halftime, and then cruise in the second half to a 66-20 victory. Hope will go to Trine next week to close out this MIAA season. Kalamazoo is idle next week, and they close with Trine the week after that. So that'll do it today. Delightful to have you with us on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. I want to thank again our great crew that I mentioned just a few minutes ago. And for Arlen Gaddy, this is Bob Sachs saying so long, everybody. Have a fantastic weekend.
All right, man. Don't forget to take care of W. Sack.
I will. I'm headed to Bower.